We say good evening to you from Fred J. Brown Stadium. It is week number 3 of the high school football season and another Friday at the Fred as Defiance will welcome in the Wapakoneta Redskins here tonight on DCTV Sports. Good evening, everybody. I'm Josh Bush alongside Jeff Tackett, who we found headphones that were big enough to go around your head. A breezy, windy week number 3, but I tell you what, this is the 3rd week in a row we've had outstanding weather for high school football here in Northwest Ohio.
Josh, just a beautiful day out today, and what a joy it is to be up here to watch another game from the Fred. And looking down on the field, it's just a beautiful day. And from my high school coach, what he would say, it's a great day for football.
It certainly is. Wapakoneta in town tonight. This will be the first, probably the biggest test of the season so far for the Bulldogs. This is a Wapakoneta team that has consistently reloaded year after year. So they're going to bring in some experience. They're going to bring in some kids here that are very talented, and there's a reason why they've won 33 of their last 33 Western Buckeye League games.
Yeah, they got a strong team, strong senior class. They got a dynamic wide receiver that just can take it to the house at any time, any play, anywhere from the field. He's going to be exciting to watch tonight. But I'm really happy with where Defiance is starting out this year at.
Well, that 33 out of 34 started back on September 10th, 2021. The lone loss in there was 2 years ago in this stadium when Defiance knocked them off 16-13. We'll talk about that. We'll get you talking to the to the coaches here tonight as we roll on with our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Visit them online at drivebobestill.com. We'll take a time out. We'll talk about the Bulldogs when we come back next right here on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Welcome back to our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett with you on week number 3 of the high school football season as the Wapakoneta Redskins are in town to take on the Bulldogs of Defiance, who come in with a record of 2-0, 1-0 in the Western Buckeye League for first-year head coach Steve Rittenour, who has picked up wins in week number 1 over Napoleon, 20-19, and last week on the road at Ottawa-Glandorf, 21-20. But I'll tell you what, you open up with 2 wins. That's a great start for any coach and a good start for Coach Rittenour.
Could they not have been more exciting? I mean, coming out of the hole with 2 wins by 1 point at the end of the game, and just shows the true grit and true heart of this team. Love Coach Ritt, and he's loved by the team, the players. He's a coach the players want to play for, and you can tell that they've really come out this year with some bricks on their shoulders, ready to prove something.
Well, they are the number 1 rush offense in the Western Buckeye League through 2 weeks of the season, averaging just shy of 230 yards a game, 5 touchdowns, and that is led by their sophomore running back, Chase Camaso. Chase, 6 yards a carry. Wow. Through 2 games. When you look at that, number 1, that's a lot of hefty running for that young man, but give credit to this offensive line that is moving guys around because you don't do it on your own. 6 yards a carry is a hefty load for any running back, but a nice job there when you look at what Chase Camaso has started to do here early in the season.
Hey, you've got a very experienced offensive line, and you can tell with the Hinosa and all of the guys up front, they're really doing a nice job, and Camaso is reaping some of the benefit from it. But he's got some drive, he's got some heart, and he's leaving it all out on the field this year. 288
yards total. It's not just Chase Camaso in the backfield. Kelton Gibbs, a senior, 32 rushes and just under 200 yards in this season as well. It's a nice 1-2 combo. And the other thing that you see with this team, Colt Ward, the sophomore quarterback, a rough outing in week number 1. But last week, if you go back, 5 of 7, 39 yards, and a touchdown against Ottawa-Glandorf last Friday night. It's those little things that you can do, the little swing passes, some quick screens, things like that. Those are the way they're starting to integrate Colt Ward, settling him down a little bit because he's replacing a 4-year starter and Brez Zipfel, and those are big shoes to fill. not expecting him to do what Brez did, but you got to have some productivity from the pass game before everybody loads the box with 9 or 10 guys, and you get them settled in there, and you can do those passes, Jeff, that are kind of an extension of the run in a way.
Yeah, with a lot of movement that we have in the backfield, there's a lot of motion, there's a lot of movement in the back that's going to keep the defense on their toes. But if our quarterback can get out there and get some plays underneath him, get some confidence, he's got a long future ahead of him, and the future looks bright for that boy.
Well, I had an opportunity earlier this week to talk to Steve Rittenour, where he talked about the win last week over OG and the matchup tonight with Wapakoneta, as we sat down and talked with first-year head coach Steve Rittenour.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
All right, we roll on with our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show, joined by Defiance head coach Steve Rittenour. And, well, Coach, great start to the season for your crew already. Last Friday night over at Otto Glandorf, you pick up that win. And, well, I'll tell you what, 2 weeks now, a lot of battle, a lot of grit from this team.
Yeah, I'm pleased with their attitude. I'm pleased with their efforts. Our kids are learning to play together as a team. I was really impressed with the way that our kids have handled some of the adversity. And, I really think we're maturing as a team. I don't know about, my barber's starting to like it because the hair is going away. But, whether it's by 1 point or 100 points, we'll take a W.
Well, a lot of pieces to replace from 2024 and some key roles. I think we've seen a lot of already so far this season, and you just mentioned it, the way they're playing together and the things that are going on. You've plugged in some young kids, and you've got some great kids that are just stepping up and filling those spots and playing like it's not their first time.
Yeah, I was real happy, and I've been happy with the development of some of our younger guys. Colt Ward, you can't replace a guy like Brez Ziffel. But Colt has been stepping up, and he's been answering the call. We've got a lot of guys. You don't replace a guy like Joey Robinson or Abel Rubio or Eli and all those guys, but I really thought that our seniors have been doing a good job of really taking everybody with them. And every time you go through one of those, those rough games or those tight games, I think you learn something about yourself, you learn something about your teammates. And, like I said, I think they're as exciting for the fans probably, but I really think it does our team well to battle through that kind of stuff.
Let's talk about the run game. Obviously, the offensive identity has been that pounded out. You get a guy in Chase Comisto now, 100 yards in 2 games straight. Talk about what you've been able to do, and that, again, not just him, but Gibbs and the offensive line doing what they're doing offensively. What are you seeing so far there?
I'm real happy with our way that their offensive line, and when I took the job, I wanted to be a physical team. I thought if you look past throughout all of our successful teams, even last year under Coop, when we win some ball games, we got to run the football. That's just the type of guys we have, and I'm really impressed so far right now with the way those guys have really embraced that. We want to be a physical football team. We've got to run the ball. We've got to control the line of scrimmage, especially with our lack of experience when it comes to being in the defensive backfield, and also some of our wide receivers. And until those guys keep maturing, we're going to keep leaning on these offensive linemen. And, it slows the game down, and that's what we want to do on football. When we play defense, we got to play some complementary football. And, running the football is great for our defensive coordinator really likes it when we run the football, because there's nothing better than, watching us, grind out, I think we averaged 6 yards a carry against OG. So, that's not always going to be that way, but having that type of mentality, it goes a long way for us.
Defensively, what are some of the, and you're a defensive guy, what have you seen there? You mentioned Joey Robinson replacing guys like that, and Abel Rubio. You had some young kids that have really stepped up. Defenses, from what I've seen, playing pretty well through the first 2
Yeah,
weeks.
we've got to get some, we got to fix some of the issues on the back end. We're giving up too many big plays, but our guys will hit you, and I think our guys enjoy playing the game, and I think it shows with the attitude and the energy they have, and we're doing a good job right now. You can always get better of swarming to the football, but and a lot of those guys on offense are also on defense, and it's probably a bad word in today's world, but you got to play the game with some violence.
Yeah.
And I think some of our guys are taking to heart with that. Part of being physical is, you got to arrive in a nasty disposition. And I think our kids have sort of embraced that. And like I said, we're going to work on it. That's something that we never stop. That's an everyday thing here for us. And I think that's how Defiance is going to be successful. That's how we have to play defense and offense.
Well, you talked about briefly some of the seniors, and one of the guys that stands out to me, Jordan Wright, has been doing a lot of things offensively, defensively. But when you have a new group like this, or you got new components, I don't want to say new group, but components, how important is it to have leadership like that to kind of corral these younger guys, say, hey, listen, we got to keep going, and it's not just on the field, but in the locker room, at school, those kind of things.
Well, it's important because you see teams that are not successful, they don't have that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most, and people outside the locker room and people that, watch football, they don't understand the impact that you have, because those guys are your tone setters. If you've got high energy guys that are leading this team, you're going to have a high energy team. And like I said, it's easy. You can't really put into words how important veteran leadership is, but you can when you see teams that don't have it. It's a glaring, weakness if you don't have it. And I think our leaders too, they're evolving. They've gotten a little bit better at taking charge of some of our practices and taking charge throughout the games. And it's always better when the players are doing the leading than the coaches.
Absolutely. Well, not really a week off in the Western Buckeye League, as we all know year after year, but Wapakoneta in town Friday night. This is looks like on paper again another Wapakoneta team that's kind of reloaded. What do you know about the Redskins?
Well, what I know is the league, Coach Moyer does a fantastic job down there. They got bigger, faster, stronger athletes than most of the league. There's a reason why they're the four-time WBL champs, and we know that. And if you want to win the WBL, you got to go through Wapakoneta. And I had a former coach here who taught me a lot. They're 25, we won't go how many years ago, but if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And this is a great opportunity for our guys to really measure where our program is. And like I said, if we want to go 1-0 this week. We want to go 1-0, and that starts with great preparation, and we've got to be physical, and we got to match their physicality, because Wapakoneta is a very physical team. And like I said, it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great challenge. And like I said, I think the guys are going to practice. We're going to have good practices, and we'll see what we can do against the league's best.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, best of luck on Friday night.
Thank
Great
you.
to see
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate a good start to the season so
Yes,
far,
sir.
and looking forward to seeing these guys lace it up on Friday night against Wapakoneta. Stick around. More to come on our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show next here on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Welcome back to another Friday at the Fred. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett with you here on DCTV Sports as we are getting set for week number 3 of the high school football season. Well, the Wapakoneta Redskins will be a tough task tonight for the Bulldogs. They come in with a record of 2-0, 1-0 in the Western Buckeye League for head coach Travis Moyer, who's been at Wapakoneta for a long, long time. He got a week 1 win over Clay, 28-7, and a week 2 win over Salina, 24-7. This is a team coming in that has had at least a share of the last 4 Western Buckeye League titles. They have an 18-game league winning streak. They've won 33 of their last 34 Western Buckeye League games. Of course, we talked about that already. The last loss, that single loss in the Western Buckeye League was 2 years ago in this stadium. Defiance was able to knock them off 16-13. That was a big game for the Bulldogs. They were able to defensively held Wapakoneta to 2 field goals in that game, which was huge to get that 16-13 win. Last year at Wapakoneta, Defiance fell to the Redskins 34-9. But this is a team that has some athletes, and it all starts with their quarterback, Caleb Moyer, who is a 4-year starter at quarterback. And this is a dynamic kid, very efficient, 30 of 35 on the season. Anytime you do that, any level, that's a good, solid starting number in the first 2 weeks.
Josh, I believe Coach Moyer's got that in mind as he walks into Fred J. Brown Stadium today, knowing that the last time he was here, he suffered a defeat. And I think he's going to come in with a chip on his shoulder. The guy's got something to prove, but I hope Defiance has got the defense and the offense to match up to him.
Well, we talked about that rushing offense of the Defiance Bulldogs. Flip it over the defense of the Wapakoneta, the number 2 rush defense in the Western Buckeye League. They've allowed just 74 yards per game, under 3 yards a carry, and no touchdowns on the ground through the first 2 weeks. That is solid defense against the run.
It comes down to the trenches, Josh. You know as well as I do, the big boys down in the middle, down in the trench is where it's going to make the difference. Do we have the stronger push, or do they have the stronger defense? It's going to be shown here pretty quickly.
Well, I had an opportunity earlier this week to talk with Travis Moyer as we sat down and went one-on-one about the game tonight here with Defiance. Well, Coach, coming into week number 3, your team opening up 2 wins at home on the road for the first time, but wins over Clay and Solana in week 1 and 2. What are you seeing so far out of your squad in 2025?
Well, obviously we were fortunate to get off to a great start in terms of finding a way to win weeks 1 and 2, and our kids have worked extremely hard to continue to improve each and every day, and feel like we're getting better.
Obviously, getting some points on the board, but defensively, 7 points a game so far. Talk about the things that are going right for you on the defensive side of the football.
Well, obviously we had some question marks coming into this season defensively. We've graduated a good number of our defensive players from last year, and we've had some guys step in and done a very nice job for us so far. I think we've really tackled well up to this point, which has really helped us, and we've been able to create some turnovers.
Well, let's talk about some of the seniors. You've got some guys that have been, you talk about graduating some kids, but you've got some kids that have been around the program for a while. What kind of impact does that kind of leadership have for you?
Well, I think anytime you have a good number of guys returning, obviously that helps in terms of help build continuing the culture, and then also from a leadership standpoint. And, we have several guys that have played for 3-4 years now. And, the one thing we've challenged them is we want them to have their best year as a senior. And, that's what they're working hard towards to do.
We talk often about the Western Buckeye League and what a great league that is. Through the first couple of weeks, what have you seen out of the rest of the teams in the WBL?
Well, obviously I have great respect for the Western Buckeye League. When I first got here, I knew there was great coaches and great players. And, each and every week you see that type of talent and you see that type of coaching. And there's Hall of Fame coaches in this league, and there's great players. So, each and every week's a major challenge, and, one you've got to be ready for each and every Friday.
Well, you're heading to Defiance for week number 3. What do you know about the Bulldogs?
From an offensive standpoint, obviously they want to run the football, and they've got a physical run game, and their guys up front do a nice job, and it's going to be a big challenge for our defense to be able to stop the run and eliminate those yards after contact, because their backs run extremely hard and get a lot of those yards after contact. So that'll be a big challenge for us. And we'll also, guys responsible for stopping the pass are going to have to stop the pass. So they throw the ball well enough to keep you honest. So it's going to be a big challenge for our defense this week. From an offensive standpoint, they're a multiple front defense. They're physical up front and athletic on the back end. And, when we get an opportunity to take advantage of big play, we're going to have to take advantage of that opportunity. And then we're going to have to play well in the third phase of the game. Special teams will be critical in terms of creating positive field position for us.
Well, Coach, appreciate you spending a few minutes with us. Best of luck Friday night.
Hey, thank you so much.
Comments from Wapakoneta head coach Travis Moyer as we continue on next with our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right here on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Welcome back to our Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. Josh Bush and Jeff Tackett with you here. Week number 3 of the high school football season. 54th meeting between the Defiance Bulldogs and the Wapakoneta Redskins. Wapakoneta leads the overall series 32-21. As we take a look at some of our Northwest State Community College keys to the game. Northwest State Community College, your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State.
visit northweststate.edu. Let's start with the Defiance Bulldogs for their keys here tonight. And for me, it's the physical battle upstairs, or in the upstairs, down in the front. They're going to have to limit big plays, and they're going to have to establish the run here tonight. I think those are maybe some obvious keys, but you mentioned it earlier. Establishing the run goes right into that, winning that battle up front too.
Yeah, number one offense in the run, number one defense against the run here today. So we're going to see a battle down in the trench.
We'll get our keys for Wapakoneta in just a few minutes here as we are getting ready for our national anthem. You can see the gentleman from our VFW Post 3360 presenting colors. Our national anthem tonight, courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office. And that is our national anthem with the Defiance High School Marching Band of Class. Our national anthem courtesy of the Defiance County Veterans Office. The proud to support our local veterans and their families and connect them with the resources available to them. Let's get back to our keys to the game as we take a look at the Wapakoneta side of things for tonight. Our Northwest State Community College keys to the game. And for Wapakoneta, again, it's going to be kind of similar to what we saw for Defiance. We've got to win in the trenches. We know it's going to be man-on-man down there. They're going to have to limit mistakes. They've been very clean. They're even on the season as far as takeaways, and the turnover ratio is right at 0. But if you go back to 2 years ago, I think this is going to be the biggest one for Travis Moyer and the crew over at Wapakoneta. They have to finish drives. They were limited to 2 field goals in the loss 2 years ago. He's going to say, listen, we've got to get points, and we can't be settling for 3.
Can they spread it around, Josh, or are they going to just depend on Caleb Moyer and Caden Page all day?
Yeah.
But you can't turn your back on Jarrett Mullen in the backfield. The boy's got, 184 rushing yards in the first 2 games. He's got some wheels. He's got some power. You can't turn your back on him either, but it's going to be on the other side of the ball, the number 1 defense once again against the rush, against the number 1 offensive rushing team in the WBL.
Our keys to the game tonight, courtesy of Northwest State Community College. Key to a great career opportunity starts with a visit to northweststate.edu. As we get set, you see Coach Rittenour on the sidelines for Defiance. The Bulldogs won the toss and elected to defer, so we'll see the Wapakoneta offense out here on the field first. And Wapakoneta, I'm sorry, I misspoke a little bit of turnover battle. Wapakoneta is +2 on that turnover ratio. Defiance, 3 giveaways, 3 takeaways, so they're even at 0 to start off the season here in 2025.
Yeah, we've got to clean up the interceptions, Josh. We can't continue that, and obviously Coach Ritt and the coaching staff has drilled that into our quarterback's mind. We got to protect the ball.
Time for our Superior Credit Union opening kickoff. Superior Credit Union, a not-for-profit member-owned financial cooperative. Visit superiorcu.com to find out more. As Jamison Burris, the converted soccer goalie, will be teeing it up here for Defiance. Caden Page and Jarrett Mullen, I believe, are the 2 guys back deep for the Redskins here tonight as we are set for another Friday at the Fred here on DCTV Sports. Good to have you along. It's Wapakoneta, it's Defiance. It's a Western Buckeye League showdown between two undefeated teams. And here we go. Our Superior Credit Union opening kickoff. It's a low squib kick, and this will be taken by one of the upmen out across the 25. And I think really trying to keep it away from Caden Page. That was Noah Bishop, the senior wide receiver for the Redskins, and he'll bring it out across the 30. And that is where the Wapakoneta offense will come onto the field for the first time here tonight.
I think they've definitely kept it away from number 11 that time, Josh, and he's laid his stamp on the game real early today.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Wapakoneta as we take a look at our Baker-Schindler starting lineups. The Redskins offense led by that four-year starter at quarterback, senior Caleb Moyer, 30 of 35 on the season, 357 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He'll have Jarrett Mullen in the backfield, a pair of wide receivers in Caden Page and Noah Bishop, also Brian Richard out there, a big tight end, Braylon Walter, 6'2", 190. And up front, they've got some big boys. Darren Hauser at center. The guards are Ben Hopkins and Ethan Beecher, and the tackles are Austin Van Ruin and Mason Ludwig.
We've got some pretty good size on the defensive line too, Josh. It's going to be a battle, like we've said all pregame. It's going to be a battle right in the trenches all day. So
here we'll see 4 wide, trips to the left and a single receiver to the right to the near side for Moyer on first down and 10. Quick hitter to that far sideline. It'll be hauled in by Bishop across the 40, still on his feet, drives out near the 45-yard line. Give him a pickup of about 7. And it'll bring, no, they're going to mark him back inside the 45, give him 5 yards on the first down completion. It'll bring up second down and 5. It looks like he might have stepped out of bounds before getting across the 45. So this first completion of the day, again, nothing fancy there, just a quick little hitter out to that right side, and Bishop has his first catch of the afternoon for the Redskins. It'll be second down and 5 now at the 43-yard line. Motion from that far sideline. They'll hand it off. Nope, check that. It's going to be a quick hitter to the outside. Page breaks a tackle. He's across the 40, 45. He's going down the sideline. One man to beat. He's going to cut it back. What a nice move at the 10, and he'll go into the end zone. Wow. 57 yards, and that, my friends, is what Caden Page is capable of. It's a Wes Banco touchdown, and it goes 57 yards. And just like that, Caden Page has his presence felt here early in this game.
Josh, we talked about it early on. The guy can take it to the house from any place on the field, and he just proved it right there. We've got to really put a couple guys on him.
Drew Nykamp on for the point after. It is down. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. We are 55 seconds into the ball game. A 57-yard Wes Banco touchdown. Point after is good. Wapakoneta 7, Defiance nothing. We're back after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to another Friday at the Fred here on DCTV Sports. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett with you. A 57-yard Wes Banco touchdown for Caden Page, who coming into the game, 13 receptions, 181 yards, and a touchdown. As, we see what he's able to do there. Makes a man miss, and nifty cutback move inside the 15, and it didn't take long to get on the board here for Wapakoneta. And now it's time to see if the Bulldogs will be able to answer the call here.
We understand why everybody's talking about him, Josh. It didn't take long here to get the picture. He's a special athlete.
Ohio University, I believe, is where he is headed. This will be a high end over end kick. This will be taken at the 10-yard line. It looks like Jordan Wright's got it across the 15 to the 20. He's got a seam at the 30. One man to beat, and he'll be brought down. Nice open field tackle there by Matthew Klein, a junior linebacker. But I'll tell you what, if Klein doesn't make that stop, Jordan Wright is off to the races.
Jordan's a senior coming into the game. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of gifts, and we're excited to see what he's got to offer today.
So we'll flip it over and take a look at our Baker Schindler starting lineup for the Bulldogs. And they'll be led by sophomore quarterback Colt Ward. He'll have Chase Comiso in the backfield along with Kelton Gibbs. Jordan Wright at the wide receiver slot along with T.J. Burris. Matthew Walter, the tight end, and up front. It's Jack Hines at the center. Alex Hinojosa and Chris Bowling are the guards. Jackson Becker and Tyler Doden-Kiesling are the tackles. Those are your starting lineups here tonight. Baker Schindler starting lineups as it's first down and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 34-yard line. Two backs in the backfield, and we've got a penalty already. I think this is going to be a delay game.
Yeah, you got to pay attention there, Josh. You got to get out the field, get ready.
So that's
Clock's still moving.
That's a service master restore penalty, and that is a rough one, as that is a delay of game on your first play from scrimmage. Now it's first down and 15 back at the 29-yard line. Shotgun snap. It'll be Gibbs on first down. He'll go off that right side. He's going to be hit by a plethora of white jerseys, and he's going to gain about 3, maybe 4. Give him 4 yards back up to the 33-yard line, but boy, it heavy hitting down in the trenches by the Wapakoneta defense.
Nothing's going to be given to him today, buddy. It's going to take everything they've got.
So it'll be second down and 12 now. 32-yard line is the spot. Check that 33-yard line is the spot. Comiso in the backfield. They'll look to throw to the left side, and this will be complete as he was looking on this near sideline. That'll be hauled in by Will Horvath. So Will Horvath getting a couple of reps here on offense this afternoon, and he'll haul in a pass. That's good for a gain of 5. It'll bring up third down and 7 now. And this is obviously that penalty really hurting you here, but for the Bulldogs. But third down and 7, we'll see what the coaches draw up here to keep these sticks moving and hopefully keep the ball on the side of the blue and white.
Yeah, it looks like he got a good look at that. Comfortable on the throw.
Third down and 7 at the 37. Ward back to pass. Across the middle, caught by Gibbs. He's going to have enough for the first down across midfield. Lowers the shoulder and drives his defender forward all the way into into Wapakoneta territory. Out of bounds at the Wapak 42-yard line. Now that is a solid gain there we'll give him 14 on the play down to the 42-yard line. And Kelton Gibbs has been a force to be reckoned with in the backfield, and they're showing here going to use him out of the backfield to catching a pass. I will say this, though, through the first few plays here, yet to see Comiso touch the football. I'd almost expect it here down on first down at 10. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. It'll be Jordan Wright with it running right side. He'll go ahead as Chase Comiso was leading the way, lowering that shoulder. He cleared some path for Jordan Wright. And just like that, we're seeing a little bit of something that maybe Wapakoneta wasn't expecting here out of the Bulldogs. Mixing it up in the backfield. That's a gain of 6 for Jordan Wright. It'll bring up second down and 4, maybe a long 4, maybe 5. But you're not seeing Chase Comiso touch the football yet here in the first goings of this. And obviously that's where that Wapakoneta defense is probably keying off.
Josh, you took the words right out of my mouth. Mixing it up was the first thing that came to mind when they did that sweet pass there, or sweet pitch right there.
So I think we had a helmet come off for a Wapakoneta player, so they'll reset the play clock, and Bulldogs second down and 5 at the Wapakoneta 37-yard line. It'll be inside give, and this will be Comiso with it. He bounces it to the left side. He's got 3 jerseys chasing him down. He's going to be just about a yard shy of that first down. He needed the 32. I think he got about the 32 and a half. We'll see where they spot it here. He's going to be really close to that first down mark. I think he's going to be about a half a yard shy. And the first touch of the night for Chase Comiso, a 4-yard run. But, Jeff, you could see 3 white jerseys immediately crashing down on Comiso. They know he's a load to bring down.
He's definitely their first key on the handoff, but you can see the power there in the blocking up front. It's exciting so far.
So it would be third down and 1, and just a little surge ahead, trying to see who comes off the pile with it. And that'll be Chase Camaso plows ahead for give him a full yard there, and it'll be first down at 10 Bulldogs as the chains continue to roll as we hit the 8-minute mark here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Wapakoneta as we are quickly moving here in this first quarter.
Looked like needed a half a yard, and you got a full yard, so it was great power up front.
Bulldogs will look to the sideline. It'll be Camaso to the right, Jordan Wright to the left of Colt Ward in the backfield. High snap, he brings it down, looking to pass. He's going to go for it all here on first down. There's all kinds of holding out there, and there's 3 flags coming in, and that was a no-brainer there. He was looking for Will Horvath on that seam route, and that was Noah Bishop, the senior defensive back, all over the receiver. That's going to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Well, they're opening it up, Josh, keeping the power up front, and then sneaking, had a full backfield, sneaking the tight end down the seam, and he was open. It had a defender right all over him.
So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. They're going to mark this one all the way down inside the 20. And for either of these teams tonight, our first trip inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone. Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, timeless anniversary gift, or present for someone special, check out Stanball Jewelers in downtown Defiance. First down at 10 for the Bulldogs at the Wapakoneta 16-yard line, trying to answer that opening drive score from the Redskins. Motion left to right. 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be Gibbs with it, second man through behind Camaso. He gets through the first line before he gets hit and wrapped up in that second level. Nice job on the back end by Braylon Walter, a senior lineman, kind of standing up and playing a little bit of linebacker line play there. But it's going to be another solid gain for the Defiance offense, another gain of 5 down to the 11.
It's a little bit more than 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We'll take that 5 every time.
I'm not a smart man, Jeff, but if you get 5 yards on 2 consecutive downs, that's a first down.
Is that 10 yards?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Then you have to take my shoes off for that.
I almost took my shoe off.
Clock under 7 minutes to go. Second down now and 5 at the 11. It'll be a little misdirection in the backfield. Camaso's got it. He's going to dive down near the 5. Should be good enough for a first down. And the clock will, the chains will move, and we're going to have a first down and goal as Defiance continues to grind it out here in the Stanball Jewelers red zone. And Chase Camaso, quiet to start this drive, now picking up as he picks up about 6 yards on that carry. And here we go, first down and goal now for the Bulldogs at the 6. Colt Ward will go up under center this time. He's going to have an offset eye in the backfield. Gibbs and Camaso. Now motion from right to left. And it'll be Camaso. And Wapakoneta defense was ready for that one. He's hit in the backfield, and he'll be dropped for a no gain. But a nice job surging up front. Andrew Longsworth, Gage Vaughn, Mason Ludwig, a number of white and red jerseys there. Good penetration from that defensive line of the Redskins.
Yeah, they definitely were keen on Camaso there. He spread it out on both sides, but still had the first key of Camaso.
So tight formation here for Defiance that allows Wapakoneta to bring some guys in. 2 backs again in the backfield. Camaso to the right. Gibbs will be hit in the backfield, and that was blown up from the beginning. Look at that. Darren Hauser, junior linebacker, 6 foot, 205 pounds, blew the gap, and he was in the backfield, met Gibbs as soon as he had the football. That is a loss of 6 all the way back to the 12-yard line, and now third and goal from the 12 is a much more daunting task for the Bulldog offense.
Josh, he was coming from his linebacker spot, and he was on full speed, never got touched coming through there, read to play perfect, and big loss for Defiance.
So it'll be shotgun formation, 2 receivers either side now. It'll be Camaso in the back to the right. Now right in motion on the back. It'll be a toss sweep. They're going to throw the football with Jordan Wright. Looking to go back. He's got nowhere to go. It's going to be red. It's going to be blown up in the backfield. Jordan Wright will lose about 10 yards. Loss of 11 back to the 23-yard line. And just like that, that is a big-time play by the Wapakoneta defense. And I don't think as much as it was that pressure coming through at Jordan Wright, give credit because the other defenders stayed home. They could see that was going to be a halfback pass, and They were able to keep the Defiance receivers covered. I think they even thought about throwing it back to Ward on this near sideline, but somebody was out with him and just nowhere for Jordan Wright to go.
Wright was definitely looking back for Ward, but they read it. Wapakoneta read it perfectly, and bad loss for Defiance.
4th and goal from the 23, thrown to the corner for Jordan Wright, and just out of his hands. That was actually a nice route there by Jordan Wright, and a very well thrown ball from Colt Ward, but it was just out of the reach of Jordan Wright, and it'll be a turnover on down. So the Wapakoneta offense will come back onto the field here with 4:08 to go, leading by 7. And boy, we saw what they were able to do on that first drive. A little space for Caden Page, and he took that one to the house in a hurry. So we'll see what they're able to do here on our second offensive series. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Wapakoneta at their own 23-yard line. Already up 7-0 here with about 4 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Shotgun for Moyer. He'll hand it off inside. This is Mullen with it. He's going to try to cut back. He's going to gain a yard before being wrapped up and brought down. Matthew Walter off the pile for the Bulldogs, but a gain of 1 there for Wapakoneta.
That's the bigs up front for Defiance, showing up, stuffing the hole, stopping the run. Nice play by Defiance defense.
It's a gain of 1 for Mullen. 2nd down and 9 now at the 24-yard line. Trips to the right of Moyer, who stands with a single back in the backfield and a single receiver to the top. He's looking that way. Now he comes back underneath for Mullen. Gets some good blocking downfield at the 30. He's going to be hit by Gibbs at the 35. Spin move free and finally brought down. And a nice open field tackle for Defiance. That was Zion Gonzalez, the junior linebacker, coming over and able to get in there for Defiance. But, well, that's a touchdown-saving grab there and a big gain once again for this Wapakoneta offense.
Looks like a 20-yard gain there on a second read back to Mullen. That's what a experienced quarterback will give you, Josh.
Well, Mullen comes in. He's got 184 yards on the ground, but he's got 95 through the air as a receiver out of the backfield already in 2 weeks. So you can see that they like to target him as that secondary threat. It'll be Mullen with it on a little zone read. He's going to get the corner. He's got blocking downfield. He's going to be hit out across the 45, and he's dragging defenders inside the 45, inside the 35, excuse me. That's going to be a huge gain all the way down to the 33-yard line. So that's a pickup
21
of 21 yards and another Wapakoneta first down as we see what this offense is capable of doing here early on in this first quarter.
He was bound and determined. He wasn't going to stop. The legs kept churning, and he didn't. It's hard board to bring down.
So 1st down and 10 out all the way into the Defiance territory at the 33-yard line. 5 receivers, trips to the right, to the far sideline. Quick hitter will go to Mullen. He'll haul it in across the 30-yard line. It'll fall forward. It was read nicely by the defense of Defiance, but I'll tell you what, just that quick little quick hitter out of the outside and a gain of 5 every down will get you something. Give him 4 to the 34, to the 29, excuse me. So 2nd down and 6. But well, I'll tell you what, this offense has a lot of weapons, and they're using them all right now.
We talked about it before. 5 yards on the first play gives you a really nice open field.
Well, that's the goal with any offense. You want to stay ahead of the chains here. And you saw what happened with Defiance on the last drive. They penalty on their first play, before their first play, but then when they got down in the red zone, backwards plays and not able to stay ahead of the sticks. Minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter, and the Redskins are going to burn a timeout here. I think the play clock was just about at zeros, so they will burn their first timeout of the half, and we'll take it with them. Wapakoneta 7, Defiance nothing. Minute 32 to go here in our opening quarter. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to another Friday at the Fred out of the Wapakoneta timeout here. Bulldogs looking to make a stand. 2nd down and 6, a minute 32 to go here. And I'll tell you what, this Wapakoneta offense definitely has some things going right here early on in this game. And we'll see what Coach Moyer is going to want to do here. He'll go empty backfield again, 5 wide, trips to the near sideline, 2 backs in the back, or 2 receivers to the left to his top. And they'll check the sign from the sideline, check and change the play. Play clock is at 9. Play clock at 7. They'll snap it, just looking for that quick hitter. No, it's a give and go. Now they're looking on the cross route. This is Page with it inside the 20-yard line. He's going to be brought down. That was the third option there. They faked a little quick hitter to that far sideline. They were going to get a seam down that left side, covered well by Defiance, but Caden Page finds a little soft spot in the zone on the other side, and he'll haul in, I believe, his second reception of the night down to the 19-yard line, and just like that, Wapakoneta now in our Stanball Jewelers red zone for the first time tonight.
Josh, I've got Page down for 2 for 2 for 67 yards, and Moyer down 5 for 5 for 82 yards already in the first quarter.
Final minute of the opening quarter. 4 receivers set for, trips to the far sideline. They're going to do a design run with Moyer. He's going to spin inside the 20, and he'll be tripped up. A nice heads-up play there by Defiance. It was T.J. Burris coming up from his corner spot to trip up Moyer. It'll be gain of 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Redskins. And it looks like they're going to be right on the borderline. They're going to have to run a play here to close out this quarter.
This is where we need to dig our heels in, Josh. The defense has got to really make a big stop right here. Keep this game within reach.
2nd down and 8. Ball spotted at the Defiance 17-yard line. A lot of motion in the backfield here. Play clock at 7.
Movement.
I think we're going to have a penalty here against Watt. That's a false start, illegal procedure against Wapakoneta. So a service master restore penalty against the Redskins will back them up 5 yards. And again, now you're at 2nd down and 13. Changes your playbook a little bit, but with an Wapakoneta offense like it is, they're going to let this clock spin out. And we'll head to the second quarter. We played 1 here at the Fred. Wapakoneta 7, Defiance 0. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stanball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
7-0 Wapakoneta as we are through 1 quarter here. As we look at some of the stats, our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker. If a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured list, call the personal injury attorneys at Arthur Law Firm, serving Northwest Ohio for more than 50 years. Get the compensation you deserve and back of the game with your winning team at Arthur Law Firm. For Defiance, I have them down for a rough first quarter. Just 26 yards of total offense in that first quarter. Now that can't be right.
Well, we had those 2 big losses at the end of that last series.
You're exactly
Josh.
right. And the penalty got him 15 in there.
Yeah.
I thought your math was off there, but Camaso with 4 carries for 11 yards. Gibbs with 3 carries for 4 yards. Wapakoneta, big plays in that first quarter as we opening play of the second quarter is going to be a pass underneath. That'll be caught by that'll be caught by Noah Bishop, so he'll get his first completion of the second quarter. That'll go for 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Now ball spotted at the 16-yard line. 3rd down and 7 for the Redskins. Remember that false start penalty backed them up and put them behind the sticks a little bit. shotgun formation. We got another service master restore penalty, and I think we got another motion penalty, and that's going to go against Wapakoneta one more time. And 3rd down and 7 now becoming 3rd down and 12. And you can see Travis Moyer on that far sideline is not happy about these unforced errors here from this Wapakoneta offense. And you look at these this squad that's loaded with juniors and seniors. Those are not the kind of mistakes that Coach Moyer is expecting.
And Josh, this is where we got to take advantage of these mistakes. That's a big mistake right here down in the red zone.
So 3rd down and 12 now. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. Moyer back to pass. He's going underneath, a little out route. We'll see if he held on to this one. It was close to the turf, and it's going to be close to the first down marker. Caden Page will haul it in. He's going to have just enough for the first down. It's going to be spotted at the 9-yard line, and I don't think he get any closer to a first down than what he just had there. He needed 12, and he got 12 and a half.
He caught it right at the sticks, and again, special athlete. You got to keep an eye on him.
It looked like he was going to the end zone and broke that one off on a little quick out pattern. Came back for it. Got the first down. Now 1st down and goal now for Wapakoneta at the Defiance 9-yard line. Single receiver to the left side, and it'll be Mullen with it left side. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He squeezes through a tiny little hole before being wrapped up and brought down. He's going to make a little something out of nothing there. Give him a gain of 3 down to the 6. That play was blown up in the backfield by Jordan Wright, but give credit to Jarrett Mullen. He was able to squeeze through a little spot there and get himself a few yards in the on the ground.
We definitely had him stopped in the backfield, needing some help, and he was able to break loose and keep his feet moving.
2nd down and goal now from the 6-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go in our first half. Wapakoneta 7-0 lead. If you remember right, that big touchdown reception in the first quarter is the difference here. Mullen with it again, a little misdirection in the back. He's going to be hit, and the big paw of big number 51 getting in there. That's Jackson Becker reaching up and finishing that one off and keeping him out of the end zone. And nice job there by that young man. And
looked like a gain of 3 there, Josh. We've got another 3rd down here.
It's a big 3rd down for the Defiance defense, keeping this to a 1-score game. It'll be Mullen in the backfield to the left. Caden Page will be split out to the near side. Single receiver to the top. Now in motion in the backfield. Moyer will keep it. He's going to go left side. He's going to be hit. He's still pushing forward. I say he gets a yard on that one, if that.
Maybe a half a yard.
Jackson Becker coming in off the bottom of that pile once again. Alex Hinojosa in there. TJ Burris coming up from the corner spot. And it will force a 4th down and goal. Ball spotted at the 2-yard line. And this is the biggest play of the first half so far.
Josh, you got to stack the box here, don't you? You got to think they're coming up the middle, but you can't turn your back on the outside either.
Play clock's at 10. They're still in the huddle. I think they're going to have to. They got all kinds of confusion over here. They got a guy checking out. And Travis Moore will take timeout number 2 here with 8.5 to go in our first half. And Wapakoneta have spent their first 2 timeouts already. We'll take a timeout with them. Wapakoneta 7, Defiance nothing. 8:21 to go. We'll have the 4th and goal next right here on DCTV Sports.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Welcome back here to another Friday at the Fred. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett, the DCTV Sports crew with you here tonight as we are anxiously awaiting out of this timeout. We're going to have a 4th down and goal from the 2-yard line. Wapakoneta already leading the Bulldogs 7-0. This would be a huge stop for the Defiance defense if they are able to keep Wapakoneta out of the end zone here on 4th down and goal.
Biggest play of the game so far, Josh, it has to be the big 4th down stand here. If we can keep him out of the end zone, it keeps it to a 1-score game.
They'll break the huddle. Caden Page will march to the far side of the field. Jordan Wright will go tail him out there. Mullen in the backfield with Moyer. And it will be Moyer with a keep on the right side, and he'll just lower the shoulder. He's going to go 2 yards for the touchdown, and it was that one man they couldn't account for in the backfield. And Caleb Moyer, the senior quarterback, will get his first rushing touchdown of the day. And it's a 2-yard West Banco touchdown run for Caleb Moyer. And the Wapakoneta Redskins tack on 6 more here in the second quarter.
Josh, it looked like they caused just enough confusion on that split out with Page that it left them shorthanded in the middle.
Nijkamp on for the point after. Hold is down. Kick is up. The kick is good. And just like that, Wapakoneta has increased their lead now 2 scores. Redskins 14, Bulldogs 0, 8:16 to go before halftime. We'll take another timeout. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
You see Jordan Wright and Chase Camaso standing back inside their own 10-yard line. They'll await the ensuing kickoff after Caleb Moyer puts the cap on a long drive for the Wapakoneta offense. That 2-yard touchdown run, point after good, and Wapakoneta now leading Defiance 14-0 as Nijkamp is going to tee it up here. And well, Jeff, you mentioned in the timeout, this is a time now where Defiance is going to have to answer. They need to get points on the board in this offensive series.
You're right, Josh. Defiance has got to make a stand here. We have to make a move here to keep this thing close.
Jordan Wright will take it at the 15-yard line, high end over and kick. He's got room on that far sideline. Now it closes, and he'll be wrapped out of bounds and brought down. Nice pursuit in the open field by Braden Wireman. That's a sophomore for Wapakoneta, able to take Jordan Wright down. Not bad starting field position here for the Bulldogs. They'll be spotted at the 26-yard line for first down and 10. And we'll see what the Bulldogs are able to do here. It looked like Jordan Wright was limping a little bit, but he's going to stay on the field.
Not only was that a scoring drive for Wapakoneta, Josh, but I think they took off 8 or 9 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, that drive started in the first quarter and spun of 4 minutes off here in the second quarter. So 8:09 to go before halftime. Defiance 2 backs in the backfield for sophomore quarterback Colt Ward. Now motion right to left. It will be Camaso, second man through. He goes left side, lowers the shoulder, and just plows his way out to the 30-yard line. We've got an injured Redskin back at the 27-yard line who appears to be in some pretty significant pain. So we're going to take a timeout here as the training staff comes to take a look. 8:01 to go here in the second quarter, 14-0 Redskins. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett here on DCTV Sports as the trainer and head coach Travis Moyer out taking a look at the injured Redskin. I'm trying to get a number on him, but Engel's not going to help us here. Well, you look around the rest of the Western Buckeye League tonight. apparently easy enough for me to say. Ottawa Glandorf on the road at Kenton. Bath is at Van Wert. St. Mary's at Salina. Alida at Shawnee tonight. And then some non-league matchups. I think this is a new one on the schedule this year for Ayersville. They're at home tonight against Mohawk. Archbold at Tenora. That's always a big rivalry game. Bryan's at Fairview tonight. Wayne Trace home with Crestview. Edgerton at Montpelier. Hicksville home with Eden. It's down Route 49. Patrick Henry's got Columbus Grove. Liberty Center at home against Otsego tonight. And actually, a couple of games tomorrow, too. I didn't realize we had Saturday football here, but Paulding is at Delphus Jefferson tomorrow night and Antwerp at Hilltop. That's a big loss up in the middle of the linebacking core there. That's junior linebacker Darren Hauser, who is being attended to by the medical staff. He'll come off to the sideline, but good to see him walking off. But that's a big loss in the middle of the linebacking core.
If you remember, he's the one that broke up that big play the last series.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7 as we resume play here at Defiance. 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be it's Gibbs with it. Spin move across the first down marker, and he'll be brought down at the 41-yard line. Give him a pickup of 12, and just like that, we're going to move the chains, and a nice run there by Kelton Gibbs.
We just need to keep mistake-free football, Josh, and keep driving the ball, mixing it up, keep everything moving in the backfield. Let these bigs work.
7.5 and rolling as we approach halftime here at Defiance. 2 backs again in the backfield. Shotgun snap. It'll be Camaso with it this time, and he'll go shoulder down and drags defenders out across the 45-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, and that's a big, healthy run for Chase Camaso. The junior came in with 40 rushes, 265 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He was the number 1 back in the Western Buckeye League through the first 2 weeks of the season. Runs hard, runs nifty.
As a former offensive lineman, Josh, these guys are hungry. They're ready to eat.
Shotgun formation. It'll be Camaso with it again. Lowers the shoulder, but he's going to be hit in the backfield and dropped. And that is Jarrett Mullen, his counterpart, running back for the Redskins. Also plays linebacker, and he laid the wood there, and we had a holding penalty against Defiance. They're going to mark this one off, so wipe it off. And they'll march this one back 10 yards to the 35. Checking the spot here.
34?
34-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 17 from the 34-yard line.
The mistakes are what's killing us right now, Josh. Defiance.
Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. 2 receivers either side for quarterback Colt Ward. Back to the scrambling to the right. Now he's going to throw it down the right sideline, and this one is just thrown out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, may not look pretty, but he didn't try to force anything there. Nice job on the back end by Wapakoneta to keep that in check for the Redskins, and that coverage is really what forced Colt Ward to throw that away.
Yeah, he was pressured from the backfield there and had to get rid of it.
Clock stops, 6:15 to go here in our second quarter. And a big 3rd down here for this Defiance offense. We mentioned earlier, this is a spot where the Bulldogs need to put some points on the board. You don't want to take a chance at going down 3 scores against a team like Wapakoneta. Pocket collapses on Ward. He's going to dive forward back towards the line of scrimmage, but credit that a sack. And just nowhere to go with the football. And that's going to force a punting situation for the Bulldogs as Colt Ward felt the pressure, pocket collapses, and the Bulldogs will be forced to punt.
Yeah, again, mistake-free football. You can't make these kind of mistakes and expect to move the ball down the field. Defiance has got to really clean it up in the second half. I'm just afraid they might have left too much time on the clock.
Anton Hegler to punt for Defiance. 2 guys back. deep for Wapakoneta. All kinds of pressure. This is a high booming kick. It'll be taken by Mullen at the 40. Runs into his own man, and he'll break it near sideline. He's still on his feet. We got penalty markers flying. I think this one's going to be coming back. We'll see what happens. He's inside the 30. One man to beat. Chase Comiso will knock him out of bounds inside the 20. But there's a penalty marker all the way back in Wapakoneta territory at the 43-yard line. So let's sort this one out. I think this is going to be a hold on the return against Wapakoneta. So all for naught, but what a solid return there. That was a high booming kick, Jeff. He ran into his own guy, came clear across to this near sideline and made a lot out of nothing there. But it's a service master restore penalty, and that one's going all the way back inside Wapakoneta territory.
Yeah, Defiance was lucky to get that ball off. They were real close to blocking that, and they came down and caught the ball right with one of his players right in front of him. And as he come around the outside, looked like somebody might have locked in the back or held.
So this one will be marked off from the 43, 44-yard line. It was when he was coming across from the far sideline to the near sideline. So they'll march this one back inside the 35 to the 33. And we'll see what they're going to put it down. We've got the same spotters from last week, perhaps? I don't know. They'll put it down at the 33-yard line of Wapakoneta. It'll be first down and 10. 5:15 to go here in our opening half. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett with you on another Friday at the Fred here on DCTV Sports.
Josh, they got to dig deep right here, and they got to really try to get the stop here.
First down at 10. Moyer stands by himself in the backfield. Two receivers to his left, trips to the right on first down at 10, and this will be Mullen, and he just going to nothing fancy. He finds a spot in the zone for a gain of about 6-7 yards out to the 39-yard line. So give him 6, and that is a easy pitch and catch on first down from senior Caleb Moyer to senior Jarrett Mullen, who all the talk on Caden Page, and you can see where Jarrett Mullen out of the backfield gets all of his touches as the focus goes on Page.
Looks like you're going 5 wide again, Josh.
Got to get some pressure up front, and I think there's movement. Yeah, I thought so. That right tackle moved. I think he's moving early just about every play. That's Austin Van Ruyen, and he's been off the ball very, very quickly. But another penalty here, another service master restore penalty as it'll back the Redskins up to the 34-yard line. So it'll be second down and 9 now for the Redskins. Can the Bulldogs capitalize on this mistake by the Redskins? Trips to the right, two receivers to the left. They're looking to go quick on that right side. Nope, it's going to be the second level, and he is wide open. Ryan Richardson, the senior wide receiver, he's going to go out across the 45. He's going to have enough for a Wapakoneta first down at the 47-yard line. Give him a gain of 13, and that's a nice pitch and catch. Just finding that second level receiver for Wapakoneta, and no answer from the Bulldogs.
That was a nice play from the first catch for the senior. But all eyes were on Mullins that time, and that second read to the Richardson was a nice play.
Under 4 to go in our opening quarter. Wapakoneta looking to tack on another score here before halftime. Mullen on that motion across. He's going to get it out of the backfield, and he's going to gain maybe a yard, and that'll be Chase Comiso coming over from the middle of the field to drop him down, and that's running back on running back. He saw it on the last drive when we flipped it over, but that's two big, heavy hitters hitting each other.
Comiso got out there quick. He read the play fast out on Mullins. Was it Mullins? Yeah. Out on Mullins, made a nice tackle.
Gain of 1. Second down and 9. Ball spotted at the 48-yard line. Again, 5 wide for the Redskins. Moyer looking. He's got all kinds of time. Now the pocket collapses, and we've got – they're going to blow this one dead. I'm sorry.
Another false start.
This is going to be another false start. It's a late whistle. It's a delay of game false start. So, well, I'll tell you what, Coach Moyer is going to get into the locker room here at halftime, and boy, the laundry on the field is just been all over the place here tonight, and a lot of that going against Wapakoneta.
I think he's going to come out of the locker room with a full stomach because he's going to eat somebody up.
So they'll roll it back to the 43-yard line. It'll be second down and 14 now. Again, check that. It'll be Mullen in the backfield next to Moyer. Trips to his right, single receiver on the near sideline. Pressure coming, trying to set up a little screen. Now Moyer's got plenty of room. If he wants to go, he can. Now he'll get drilled by Camaso. It's complete to Richardson, and we'll see what the penalty marker on the backside was.
He was beyond the line of scrimmage, Josh.
I think you're probably right there. It looks like we got 2 penalty markers down. It's a service master restore penalty. One came from the side and one came from the far side. And we'll try to find the guy in the white hat here and see what we've got. Is they're going to try to sort this one out too. And
they're moving back. He was about a yard past the line of scrimmage, Josh, when he threw that ball.
So this is going to be an illegal forward pass. You are Johnny on the spot. You know, those glasses are paying off for you.
I'm telling you, I'm not just a pretty face, Josh.
Oh, we know that, Jeff. Right you are, Cotton. So
now Defiance has got to take advantage of this, Josh.
That's a big mistake by a senior quarterback in Caleb Moyer to throw that football, and that's a penalty. It's going to push them back all the way to the 37, 38-yard line, and that's a loss of down, so now it's third down and 14 for this Wapakoneta offense.
I think they got it wrong on the clock. I think it's like 3rd and 19, Josh.
It could be. Math, not mathin'. Page with it, just a quick little jailbreak, and he's got all kinds of room. He's going to cut it back to the far sideline at the 35-30. One man to beat at the 20. He's going to get an angle, cut it back, and he'll go all the way in for another Wapakoneta touchdown, 62 yards. And Caden Page, Jeff, that was a 3-yard pass that went 68 yards for a touchdown.
I think he broke 3 tackles on that run, Josh, and then just outrun everybody else.
For Caden Page, it is his second Premier Bank touchdown of the night. This one, 68 yards from senior quarterback Caleb Moyer. And that is what you have when you have a guy like Caden Page. That was third down in an eternity.
Third down and 19, and Defiance had him stopped and ready to turn the ball back over with time to score in the second quarter, and he runs it to the house.
So they tack on 6 more as we await the point after here, as the kicking team will come onto the field here for Wapakoneta. It'll be Drew Ninekamp, the junior kicker, 7 of 7 on point afters coming into this ball game, and has made his first 2 so far here tonight. And the kick is up, the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. And Wapakoneta tacks on another one here. 2:23 to go in our opening half. Wapakoneta 21, Defiance 0. Back with more after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett, and the DCTV crew here on week number 3. And, well, just like that, the Redskins have opened it up. A 68-yard touchdown pass for Caden Page from Caleb Moyer. It's a 68-yard Wes Banco touchdown. And, boy, Jeff, the numbers are getting pretty hefty for both Page and Moyer here in this first half.
I've got Moyer down for 179 yards passing in the first half, Josh, and 141 of those to Caden Page.
So big night here on the through the air, and a lot of that chunked off in 2 big plays, 57 and 62, both touchdowns for that pair. Ensuing kickoff, it'll be Jordan Wright with it out near the 30, stutter step at the 35. He's got a seam across the midfield stripe. He'll be brought down on that far sideline. Nice tackle there on the Andre Longsworth, a senior for Wapakoneta, able to bring down Jordan Wright on that far sideline. 2 minutes to go here in this first half, and this is a spot where Defiance has got to score.
2 minutes left, 3 timeouts. You've got plenty of time to score. You've got to get it in the end zone.
I know we said that on the last drive, but you're now getting into that spot where if you don't score here, you're down by 3 scores, and then you're within 9 points of a running clock in the second half. Once that starts, well, we're in for a real quick second half. See, first down run, it'll be to the near sideline off the right side. It'll be Gibbs with it. He'll find some space out near the 40-yard line, and that'll be a nice pickup on first down for Gibbs. Give him 7. It'll bring up second down and 3, and that is a nice first down run ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3 gives you a lot. You got 2 downs to get 3 yards here. Under 2 minutes to go. Toss sweep to the left side for Camaso. He'll turn it upfield, and he'll gain a yard to the 40. Nice pursuit on the back end from Wapakoneta. And the Bulldogs will earn their first time out of the half with 1:38 to go. And we'll keep it here as we are getting a little bit closer toward halftime. And make sure you stick around for our halftime show. We will have performances from the bands. They will be down on the field, so we'll make sure we get you some of that action. Let's check some scores from around Northwest Ohio out of the Western Buckeye League. How about this? Ottawa Glandorf 7, Kenton 6 in the second quarter. St. Mary's up on Salina 14-0 at halftime. Bath and Van Werder tied in the second quarter at 14. Over at Fairview tonight, the Apaches leading Bryan 19-0 in the second quarter. Montpelier's up on Edgerton 14-0. Ayersville trails Mohawk 14-8. Eden up on Hicksville tonight, 7-0. Archbold with a 14-0 lead over Sonora.
Josh, you got 1:38 left in the half. 2 timeouts left. Get a first down here. If we can get a score here before the half, come out the second half, we get the ball for second in the second half. We can get back into this game, or Defiance can get back into this game pretty quick.
Well, the key is going to be here this 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs at the Wapakoneta 40-yard line. It'll be 2 backs in the backfield. Motion right to left. Wapakoneta showing pressure, and they'll hand it off right side. And it'll be enough for the first down out near the 35-yard line. And that was a nice solid run by Kelton Gibbs, the senior running back, to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs will move quickly to the line of scrimmage. They'll reset the chains. Shotgun formation. It'll be 1 back in the backfield is Camaso, and they'll hand it off left side, and he'll be brought down after a gain of 1 or 2. Not much there for the junior running back as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the second quarter. 21-0 Wapakoneta. As Defiance will go 5 wide here on second down and 9. Just a quick slant to Camaso. It'll be caught inside the 30, brought down about the 29, 28-yard line. So it's a pickup of 6. He's going to be short of the first down. Bulldogs will go quickly to the line once again. Clock continues to roll. 40 seconds and going. Ward, shotgun formation, 5 wide, and this will be batted down at the line of scrimmage, almost intercepted up front. And Mason Ludwig, the senior defensive tackle for Wapakoneta, got his big paw up there. And, boy, that was right in front of him. Had he been paying a little more attention, that might have been in the big man's wheelhouse.
You got to cut their legs out, Josh, when they're coming through there. You got to get those big men down. And the offensive linemen, they got to keep them down low.
34 seconds to go. 4th down and 3 for Defiance at the Wapakoneta 28-yard line as they'll go 5 wide again here. Empty backfield for quarterback Colt Ward. Blitz is coming. He's going to tuck it under and go. He's got room across the 25. Will be chopped down inside the 20 and into the Stanball Jewelers red zone as Coach Rittenour trying to call a timeout. Lost a couple of seconds there. Couldn't get out there quick enough, but that is a huge run for quarterback Colt Ward. And it was great. It was perfect timing on that, too. Wapakoneta showing blitz, and he's able to just dice through that. He's going to pick up a nice solid gain and get the first down. More importantly for Defiance, they've still got an opportunity to get some points on the board here in this first half.
Nice time to pull that out. I don't think anybody in the stadium was expecting that, Josh.
27.9 seconds to go here before halftime. Defiance now down to their final timeout. We'll have it first down and 10 at the Wapakoneta 16-yard line. And one timeout. So got to be careful what you're doing here. If you're Defiance, eyes on that clock. And
it's helpful to have that timeout in your pocket because you can run the ball here. The playbook's wide open.
A much improved Colt Ward from week 1 to week 2 and doing a nice job here in this opening quarter, in the opening half here as the sophomore will roll to his left. He's looking to throw. He's hit as he throws, and that will be off the mark. He got laid out in the backfield, and a nice solid job of pursuing him. Andre Longsworth, the senior defensive tackle for Wapakoneta, back there in his grill, and that forced that throw off the mark from Colt Ward. It'll fall incomplete, second down and 10 here for the Bulldogs.
A good thing there, it did stop the clock. So we've got 23 seconds. You're on the 16-yard line still. Still plenty of time. Timeout in your pocket.
5 wide, trips to the left. And he's going to look to the right side, and this will be over the head of Matthew Walter. He's looking for the big tight end and not able to connect with him. It'll fall incomplete. Third down and 10 now. Clock stops, 19.8 seconds to go here before halftime. And, the one positive you look at that there, Jeff, is with the young quarterback. We saw him in week number 1 against Napoleon, really forcing the football into places it didn't need to be, and much better selection of throws here tonight for Colt Ward.
Yeah, you can see more time on the turf gives him a little bit more experience, a little bit more confidence.
5 wide again for the Bulldogs. Ward back to pass, looking right side. He's got a wide open receiver. That'll be inside the 10, and that is hauled in by Will Horvath, and that will be right about at the first down sticks, and you're going to say he's about a yard shy. So it'll be up 4th down and 1. Ball spotted at the 7-yard line. He goes out of bounds, so the clock stops with 15.4. And we'll see what Defiance draws up here. As you mentioned, Jeff, one timeout in your pocket, so a run of the football is not out of the question here, and they're going to do that as Ward is lined up. Ward is not on the field. It was Gibbs and Comiso in the backfield, and that'll force Travis Moyer to burn his final timeout. 15.4 seconds to go before halftime. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports. .4 seconds before halftime. Wapakoneta 21, Defiance 0. As the Bulldogs are looking to punch one in here, they got a 4th down and 1 at the Wapakoneta 7-yard line inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone here. And if you're Coach Rittenour and his offensive staff here on this sideline, you've got a little bit to play with here, having that one timeout left. But you got to be careful here, and you don't want Wapakoneta taking a shot down the field. It's a big 4th down and 1 now. 2 backs in the backfield for Ward. He's going to tuck it and go to his left. He'll dive forward near the 5-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down as Coach Rittenour runs onto the field calling that final timeout. 10.8 seconds to go here. No timeouts now for Defiance, but Boy, they've got 4 downs now, and you got to believe you're going to see some shots into the end zone now.
Josh, you can't run the ball here. You're going to run the clock out if you don't get it in the end zone. So you got to take 3 strikes in the air or a misdirection. Offensive coach Joe Keewan, he's got some things in his back pocket. You got to believe.
Is that what that paper is?
That's one thing in the back pocket.
Okay. That's where my comb is.
That's where your comb is?
Yeah.
You don't need it anymore.
10.8 seconds to go before halftime. It'll be first down and goal for the Bulldogs at the 5-yard line. And again, Wapakoneta clinging to that 21-0 lead. Defiance could get a big swing here. If you could score here, remember, Defiance deferred the opening kickoff. They will receive the football to start the second half. So if you could get something here, put something together, this could be from a 3-score game to a 1-score game. But it all starts with getting the football in the end zone here before halftime.
Just like we talked about at the beginning of the series, if Defiance can get in the end zone here, come out the second half, get in the end zone again, like you said, you're down to 1-score game again, you're right back in it.
So it'll be single back in the backfield is Camaso. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun snap. And Ward will tuck it down again. Clock is at 6.5. They can't stop the clock, and it's going to continue to spin. They're not going to be able to get back onto this. And we will head into halftime. And just like that, I think they were trying to throw that one into the end zone. Nowhere to go. It broke down, and Colt Ward forced to take that one forward. And there's just nowhere to go. That clock is just not enough time for the Bulldogs to get back onto the line. So we've reached our halftime show. It is our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show, helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit the offices in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, or online at midwestcommunity.org. 21-0 here for Wapakoneta at halftime. And, well, Jeff, you look at the first half here, just a couple of really big plays for this Wapakoneta offense. And they were both pass plays to Caden Page.
And, Josh, I believe they were both third down and long both times. And pass out to Page, and he takes it all the way to the house. Yeah. And you take those 2 plays away, it's a ball game.
Well, it's not just a pass out to him. It was a 3-yard pass that nobody's wrapping up. He's making some really – don't take anything away from Caden Page, because he is a tremendous athlete. When he has the football in his hands, he is an absolute menace to try and bring down. And
he's got that long stride. Once you get him out in open field, he's going to be hard to catch up with. But both plays, I believe the first touchdown pass was on a 3rd and long. I know the second touchdown pass was on a 3rd and long. You just can't give up those plays.
Our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you some sounds from the turf as the bands will take the spotlight here at halftime. And that's coming up next on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Our next selection will feature our color guard as they bring the heat to Donna Summers' Hot Stuff. Probably hum this song without even knowing the words. We close tonight's performance with Blink 182's energetic hit, All the Small Things. Ladies and gentlemen, the Wapakoneta High School Marching Band.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Band is under the direction of Mr. Steve Winters and Mr. Quinn Schneider. Assisted by color guard instructor Kim Fletcher, percussion instructor Xavier Ickes, and assistant director Wayne Spencer, with field commanders Ariana Miller and Melanie Peters.
Tonight, the band of class will be transporting you back in time to take you through the decades. Released by Wild Cherry in 1976, this hit single had everyone moving to the groovin'. Here is Play That Funky Music. Recorded by Black Sabbath in 1970, this chart hit #1 on the Billboard Hot Hard Rock charts, combining heavy rock beats with the screaming vocals of their late great frontman Ozzy Osbourne. Don't start looking over your shoulder. Someone might think you're paranoid. From the 1983 studio album Too Low for Zero is an anthem of resilience and positive energy with an upbeat feel. You can't keep Elton John down with this hit, I'm Still Standing.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
All right, welcome back to our Midwest Community Federal Credit Union halftime show as we roll on here from Fred J. Brown Stadium. You see the performances by both high school marching bands here tonight. And, of course, don't forget the high school the Vince Pulse Marching Band Spectacular will be next Saturday night here at the Fred. I believe that's a 7 o'clock start, 7:30. Mr. West is not paying. Band Spectacular at 7 or 7:30? 7:30, there we go. Eric West is helping us out here tonight with some little details. That's all we ask of him. Recapping the scoring in that first half as we take a look at some of our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker numbers. Scoring opened up quickly with just 55 seconds into the ball game. It was Caden Page on the receiving end of a 57-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Caleb Moyer. Point after was good, 7-0 Wapakoneta. Second quarter with 8:16 to go. Moyer will take it in from 2 yards out. Point after good, 14-0 Wapakoneta. And Caden Page strikes again. A completion that was only about 3 or 4 yards turns into 68 yards. And the point after good, 2:23 to go on the scoreboard. It was 21-0 Wapakoneta. As we take a look at some of our statistical numbers here in this first half. For Defiance, they had 60 yards on the ground, 27 through the air for a total of 87 yards in that first half. And they were led on the ground by Kelton Gibbs, 6 carries, 27 yards. Chase Camaso, 8 carries, 22 yards. Colt Ward, a couple of runs, 4 runs, in fact, for 17 yards. And through the air, Colt Ward completed 4 of his 8 passes for 33 yards, no touchdowns, and no turnovers. Let's take a look at some numbers here for Wapakoneta. On the ground, just 33 yards, but 194 through the air for a total of 227 yards on this first half. On the ground, 4 carries for Jarrett Mullen for 28 yards, 3 carries for 5 yards, and a touchdown for quarterback Caleb Moyer, who was very accurate through the air. I have, in fact, if this is correct, Jeff, no incompletions in that first half. 11 for 11, 179 yards. 4 of those completions for Caden Page for 141 yards, including 2 of those 4 receptions that went pay dirt. Jarrett Mullen, 4 receptions for 32 yards. Ryan Richardson, a snag for 13. Noah Bishop, 2 catches for 8 yards, all totaling up to that 227 yards and a 21-0 lead here for Wapakoneta at halftime. Our stats throughout the night, courtesy of Arthur Law Firm. If a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured reserve list, call the personal injury attorneys at Arthur Law Firm, serving Northwest Ohio for more than 50 years. Get the compensation you deserve and get back in the game with your winning team at Arthur Law Firm. And, well, Jeff, we knew coming in, Caden Page was going to be somebody that you had to know where that man was. You got to know where he's at every single play. And I think you mentioned it right before we went into halftime there. Those touchdown strikes were on 3rd and long. And it was nothing other than just a quick hitter on the perimeter. And you let an athlete be an athlete. And, you know, he zigged, he zagged, he spun, he crossed the field. I mean, he did a little bit of everything. And you can see why he's got schools like Ohio University looking at him.
I don't want to discredit Wapakoneta at all. They have played a phenomenal first half in the air. They've had 2 plays. The 2 touchdowns by Caden Page, phenomenal plays. But like you said, they're 3-yard passes to the out, breaking 3 or 4 tackles, and then taking it the rest of the way. So they've had a very crisp first half, and you can tell that Moyer and Page have played 4 years together. They've got a connection.
Yeah, and it shows when you've got 2 guys like that, and then you've got a little X factor. It's Jarrett Mullen out of the backfield, and I'll tell you what, he finds little spots when he goes out to catch. He's a dynamic runner, a shifty runner, and then you flip it over. He's a linebacker too, and we saw him make a couple of big hits here on defense tonight in this first half. And Mullen's a guy that you have to, as much as you want to know where Caden Page is, you have to know where Mullen's at all the time as well.
Jarrett Mullen's got 32 yards receiving in the first half as a running back. He's been that second read every time that Page has been covered up. But Wapakoneta has played a very, very clean game. They've had a few mistakes here and there, but switching it over to Defiance, Defiance has moved the ball. They have been able to run the ball on this defense and get the ball down the field. It's the mistakes.
Yeah.
When they get down in the red zone, both times they've been backed up at least 20 yards, 15, 20 yards on penalties. That's taken them out of the end zone.
But we'll see what happens here to start this second half. And we mentioned this going in. Defiance had an opportunity, first down and goal. Not able to punch it in before halftime. Could have cut down on that lead. They're going to get the football to start this second half. And you start to look at what that means at 21-0. If you don't put points on the board here, Wapakoneta gets on, and Wapakoneta is able to score you at 28-0. And they're 2 points away from a running clock. And a team like Wapakoneta, if you get into that situation, if you've never been in and at this point the running clock's been around for a long time, but if you've never been to a football game where the running clock gets going, it is the fastest half of football. The clock doesn't stop. And so it's so tough to cut that back down and keep yourself in the game. So it's a huge first drive here in this second half. Again, for Defiance, all these drives are going to be very, very crucial because they got to keep that running clock at bay.
If they have any chance of getting back into the game, Josh, they've got to make a move here on the first possession. They've got to get it in the end zone. They've got to play tough defense, quit making mistakes, and get the ball back. But Wapakoneta has shown they're a hard offense to get off the field. They have not made very many mistakes when it comes to bringing the ball down the field.
Our halftime show tonight, courtesy of Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, helping you achieve your dreams and securing your future. Visit them in Defiance, Bryan, or Napoleon, and online at midwestcommunity.org. Let's take one time out from our folks at Midwest Community, and we'll be back with the second half right here on DCTV Sports.
Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stanball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
Welcome back as the final seconds will tick off here before our second half, and we'll take a quick look around Northwest Ohio once again for a couple of scores as we await the teams to finish their final stretching. Western Buckeye League St. Mary's on top of Solana 21-0. Wapakoneta in Defiance our game here. Ottawa Glandorf 21-14 lead over Kenton at halftime. Bath and Van Wert, how about this, tied at 21 at halftime. Over in Fairview, the Apaches, the Fighting Doug Rakeses have a 19-0 lead over Bryan. Montpelier's up on Edgerton. Hicksville trails Eden at half. Ayersville down to Mohawk 14-8 at half. Out of the NWOAL, Liberty Center leading Otsego 33-0 at halftime. Delta up on Gibsonburg at halftime. So just a couple of scores as we take a look around. How about this? Napoleon and Anthony Wayne scoreless at halftime.
Wow.
Scoreless at halftime. Napoleon and Anthony Wayne. How about that?
Well, this is going to be an interesting first drive here, Josh. We've got Defiance has got to make a move here, or it's going to be hard to get back in the game.
It's a low line drive kick. It'll be taken by Wright out across the 15-yard line. He'll come to the near sideline, cuts it back up the middle, and he's going to be hit and dropped out across the 20. And Defiance will have their first possession of the second half. It's going to start at the 22-yard line. And we'll see what the Bulldogs are able to do here to start this second half.
Again, it gets back down to the trenches, Josh. We talked about it at the first of the game. Let the big dogs fight down in the trench. We can move the ball. Defiance can move the ball if they keep it on the ground.
The officials coming over to the... Oh, they had a clock situation as they're adjusting the clock. 11. You took too much time off the clock there, Jeff. That 3 seconds. Huge.
We can use it at the end of the game.
21-0. Wapakoneta leading Defiance here as we open up this third quarter. 2 backs in the backfield for sophomore quarterback Colt Ward. And it will be second man through. This is Gibbs with it. He's got a solid run across the 30 out near the 35-yard line, and that's good enough for a Defiance first down. Give him 13 yards on first down at 10, and that's the spark of momentum that the Bulldogs need here to start this second half.
Just a little bit of confidence, Josh, can go a long way as you keep moving the ball like this. Show them that they've got the ability. The confidence can be a game changer.
Number 1 rushing offense in the Western Buckeye League against the second-ranked defense against the run in the Western Buckeye League. Going toe-to-toe here tonight. Gibbs with it again, right side. He'll be wrapped up at the line, and he's going to be dropped. I think they're going to give him a yard, maybe 2. They're going to give him 2 down to the, out to the 37-yard line. So it'll bring up second down and 8, and that is a really good spot for Kelton Gibbs going off that right side, and just a strong runner, gets those legs a churning, and he's able to pick up a couple to here. Opening minute of our third quarter.
You can look for Coach Keewan here to change it up a little bit.
Second down and 8. Single back in the backfield to the left of Colt Ward. On second down, it's Gibbs again with it. He'll go off right tackle, and he'll dive down near the 40-yard line. Not much there, but a pickup of 3 and some extracurriculars down the field, as it looks like there's been a little bit of chirping and a little extra, as an old friend of mine would say, things getting a little chippy down there. In week number 3, third down and 5 now at the 40-yard line for Defiance. This is a huge third down early in this third quarter. Defiance has got to convert here and keep the ball in their possession. Single back in the backfield, 3 receivers to the left. Ward's looking that way. He's going to throw, and it'll be complete on the near sideline. Enough for the first down and more. Into Wapakoneta territory will go Will Horvath. And just like that, the Bulldogs are rolling a little bit here. And that was a nice job from Colt Ward. And I like the play selection here from the offensive staff for Defiance, Jeff. Nothing fancy for your young quarterback.
Keep it safe for him, Josh. A little rollout, a little quick hit to the outside and to Horvath as tight end, and a nice pickup.
Into Wapakoneta territory at the 48-yard line. Now under center, it'll be the first man through is Comiso spin move, and it'll go down near the 46. It's a gain of 2. Just not much there, and the leading runner in the Western Buckeye League has really been kept in check here so far tonight.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of reading on Comiso. Gibbs has been the surprise tonight. He's made some nice pickups, and the linemen down front are doing a nice job blocking.
Pickup of 2 on first down. It'll be second down and 8. Ward in the backfield. Single back to his right, and it'll fake it there, and Ward's going to keep it, and Wapakoneta was ready for that one. He'll be wrapped up and dropped. Darren Hauser, the junior linebacker who was injured in that first half, good to see him back out there, unless you're a Bulldogs fan right now, because he's in the backfield. He drops Colt Ward at the line of scrimmage on that designed run, and no gain, and now a big, long third down here for this Defiance offense.
Yeah, Hauser's been reading the plays really good tonight. He's made some disruptions all along the game.
Not the biggest guy in the world, 6 foot 205, but plays like a monster. Ward back to pass. The ball is out. And Defiance, Ward was able to get the football back, but he's going to be sacked all the way back into Defiance territory at the 47-yard line. And that will be a loss of 7, maybe 8 yards back there, and this will force Anton Hegler to come on for Defiance, and he will punt. You got two guys back to receive at their 30, and we've got a penalty flag. It's our first Service Master Restore penalty of the second half. It'll be against Defiance on a false start. So 4th down and 16. We'll back them up to a 4th down and 21.
Josh, I know we've sounded like a broken record, but penalties and mistakes on offense tonight has really hurt Defiance. They were moving the ball well there on that drive, and a few mistakes takes them out of the play.
It's a high booming kick from Hegler to the near sideline. It'll kind of take a Wapakoneta bounce, and it'll bounce out of bounds near the 30 or 35. We're going to see as he goes back, walks his way, and it'll be a Wapakoneta football at the 37-yard line. So the opening drive of the third quarter ends in a punt for the Defiance Bulldogs.
But 2 first downs on that first drive, and again, mistakes in the final 4 downs really set them back.
Senior quarterback Caleb Moyer will bring his offense onto the field for the first time here in the second half. A team that was able to put up some big yardage numbers, chunks of them on a couple of plays, but able to put 21 points on the board in that first half, looking to tack on some more here in this third quarter. 7.5 to go. Moyer looking right side. It'll be complete in the slot. That's completed to Noah Bishop. The senior receiver will fall across the 45. He's going to be close to a first down, about a yard shy, but give him 9. And again, nothing fancy there. Just run a short route, find a little spot to kind of settle in that zone. And just like that, he turns it into a gain of 9.
Noah Bishop did a really nice job just turning around, setting down, waiting for the ball, and easy target for Moyer.
Clock spinning under the 7-minute marks, third quarter here at Fred J. Brown Stadium. 4 receiver set for Moyer. Back in the backfield, and it will be Mullen with it. And he's going to go left side, stretches that out. He'll be at the midfield stripe. A short gain of about 4, but it's good enough for a Wapakoneta first down. And the Redskins are rolling on offense here to open up this third quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a big strike here early in this drive down the seam. Dare we say to Caden Page.
Halfway home, third quarter. First down and 10 for the Redskins at the midfield stripe. Single back in the backfield once again for senior quarterback Caleb Moyer. Motion in the backfield. And it will be an inside give for Mullen. He just plows ahead. He's going to gain 7, maybe 8 yards, but give him a gain of 7. And it finally brought down by some Bulldogs in that second level. But that was a solid run. And give credit up front to Wapakoneta. Darren Hauser, Ethan Beecher, Ben Hopkins in the middle of that line, Jeff, just clearing a monster hole for
we talked
running
about
back
it. Coach Moyer was going to have a talk with his offensive lineman after the mistakes they had in the first half. Seems like he might have had a little discussion with him during halftime.
Second down and very short. 2nd and 3. Ball spotted on the 43-yard line. And we've got a timeout, Wapakoneta. So another early timeout from Wapakoneta. And we'll take it with them. 21-0 Redskins. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Welcome back to another Friday at the Fred. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett with you. Week number 3 of the high school football season. And right now, Wapakoneta with a 21-0 lead over Defiance. And they are on their opening drive of this second half. Coming out of the timeout, this is, Timeout early in the first half, timeout early in the second half, and obviously something Coach Moyer didn't like what he saw there.
I've heard it mentioned many times when I was playing. This is gut check time.
Second down and 3 at the 43, back to pass, and he's going to go for it all here, and it'll be down the field, and it'll be in and out of the hands of his intended target, Noah Bishop, and he was double covered down that left hash, and he's just able to create a little bit of space. Luckily for Defiance, yeah.
Looked like William Horvath might have got a hand on that ball there, Josh.
It'll fall incomplete. Third down and 3. And Jeff, you said we might see a big strike here from Wapakoneta and Caleb Moore. I think that his first incompletion of the night.
Yeah.
So third down and 3, 5 receivers, and we've got a penalty flag flying, and this is going to be another false start against Wapakoneta. It's going to back him up 5 yards, and we've seen this time and time again. And I'll tell you what, I don't know if we can get a zoom in on Coach Moyer on that far sideline, but he cannot be happy with what's going on. That's about a half dozen false start penalties tonight on Wapakoneta.
We just talked about it. They had a discussion in halftime. He's got to be losing his ever-loving mind with these penalties.
So third and a very manageable 3 becomes third down and 8. Now, don't get me wrong, a Wapakoneta offense that's chunking off yards pretty quick tonight. 8 yards is kind of a blink an eye for them, but 5 receivers set here. Pressure coming. He's got all kinds of time. He's going to be hit, pressured in the backfield. He gets away from it. Now he just throw it away. Give credit to the Defiance defensive backfield on that one. That was a coverage play from the Defiance DBs, and that forced Caleb Moyer out of the pocket and throwing that football out as he pleads with the referee about something he didn't like, but nonetheless, that ball's out of bounds, incomplete, fourth down and 8, and that is a big stand for the Defiance defense.
Big stand for the defense. They had them covered like a blanket all over the backfield there, and now we see the first punt of the day for Wapakoneta.
Elliott Block will punt for Wapakoneta. Snap is high, and it'll almost be blocked. I think they got a piece of it, and this one will fall short. And the punter block was blocked. Chase Camaso and I believe Matthew Walter were the 2 guys that were back there, and you could see from the way that football came out of there, Jeff, that was they definitely got a piece of it, and they're lucky that ball's not back in Wapakoneta territory.
They were lucky to get to any distance at all on that ball because they were very close to blocking it. But now can Defiance use this to their advantage and some spark here for Defiance?
5 minutes to go here in our third quarter. 21-0 Wapakoneta. Defiance with their second offensive possession here of the second half, and it'll be 2 backs again in the backfield. Colt Ward remains in at quarterback, and this is a huge run on first down. Off to the races at midfield, and it'll be swung down as Kelton Gibbs with a huge run there. 26 yards. 27 yards all the way to the Wapakoneta 46-yard line, and that is good enough for a Defiance first down off of that nearly blocked punt.
You saw a little misdirection there, Josh. They've been doing that with Gibbs on the little counter back across the center, and it opened up wide open for him.
So first down and 10 quickly into Wapakoneta territory are the Bulldogs. 2 backs in the backfield. And it will be Gibbs with it again. It's Camaso inside the 45 down near the 43-yard line. Gain of 3. And Chase Camaso pulling defenders to get that short gain. But again, stay on time here. Stay in front of the chains. Don't get fancy here. If you can get 3-4 yards a down.
They've got to stay mistake-free here, Josh.
Clock hits the 4-minute mark, third quarter. 21-0 Wapakoneta. 4 receivers set. Ward looking left side. This one will be caught on the near sideline. Jordan Wright had some space, but steps out of bounds. And Richardson almost had the pickoff there. And I think they're going to say he's a yard shy of that first down, so give him a gain of 6. to the 37-yard line. And Jordan Wright with a big snag there.
It's 3rd and short. Defiance has got to pick this first down up. It's got to be 4-down territory right here, Josh.
You would think 2 downs to get a yard here. 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be Gibbs with it, second man through. He'll dive forward. He's going to have it up for the first down, down to the 35-yard line. And now the Bulldogs will get a fresh set of downs.
Josh, already in this 3rd quarter, I've got Gibbs with 48 yards. Keep feeding him.
It's a great start here in this second drive of this second half for Defiance. 3.5 to go here in our 3rd quarter. 21-0 Wapakoneta. Quick hitter to that far sideline. It's Gibbs. He'll go inside the 30, lowers the shoulder, and he'll be just about a yard shy of that first down. Give him 9 on the completion, and a nice solid throw there. A nice quick hitter from quarterback Colt Ward, and Kelton Gibbs turns it upfield quickly.
I guess if something's working, keep using it. But they're riding Kelton Gibbs all the way down the field this series.
Clock spinning under 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 2 backs again in the backfield.
2nd and short here, Josh. Maybe a time for a shot in the end zone.
And they'll hand it off inside. It'll be Gibbs with it. He goes left side, and he's going to have it up for the first down and a trip inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone to the 17-yard line. And the Bulldogs will move the chains.
I think he picked up 10 yards on that little quick hit there, Josh, and he's moving the ball for him.
Inside our Stanball Jewelers red zone here tonight. Single back in the backfield will be Camaso to the right of Ward. Looking to pass. Now he's going to tuck it under and run. He'll be smoked at the line of scrimmage. That's a big hit up front. And I believe that was, trying to check the number on that, I think that was Wyatt Buell that laid the wood there on quarterback Colt Ward, and back to the line of scrimmage, thankfully.
Give Wapakoneta some credit. Their linebackers fill the hole fast.
Right you are. 2nd down and 10, a little misdirection. Gibbs through the middle. He's got space down inside the 10. He's going to be close for a Defiance first down, and we'll see where they're marking him down. He's going to be 8 or 9, maybe 10 yards. Depends on the spot here. And the officials are getting together. Now the referee's going to come in, and he's going to say he's just a bit short. It'll be 3rd down and inches. No measurement here. Final 90 seconds of our 3rd quarter. 2 backs in the backfield with quarterback Colt Ward. He's got Camaso to his right, Gibbs to his left. It'll be Gibbs following Camaso inside the 5, down near the goal line. He's going to be chopped down at the 1, but it'll be first down and goal for Defiance. Knocking on the door here, trying to cut into this lead of the Redskins.
That was a straight shot right into the 4 hole there, Josh, and they had a little misdirection with the wing man in motion, but they hit the hole quick, and nice pickup for
Colt Ward will go under center here on first down and goal. 2 backs in the backfield. It'll be Camaso with it, second man through, and it'll be a 1-yard Wes Banco touchdown run for Chase Camaso, and the Bulldogs are on the board here in the 3rd quarter.
You've got to give that ball to Ward, let him spike it in the end zone, or to Gibbs, let him spike it in the end zone. They rode his back all the way down the field.
So with 57 seconds to left here in this 3rd quarter, Defiance is able to get on the board on a 1-yard Wes Banco touchdown run for Chase Camaso, as Jamison Burris will come on for Defiance and try to make it 7. Snap is there, kick is on the way, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. Defiance is on the board here. They cut that lead to 14. It's Wapakoneta 21, Defiance 7. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
And we welcome you back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Defiance on the board here. We're just about to close out the third quarter. 57 seconds left here in this third quarter. That's a huge touchdown for the Defiance offense.
It was huge, Josh.
Massive, if you will.
We talked about Kelton Gibbs all the way down the field. He just crossed over 100 yards rushing for the game. And we talked about it at the beginning of the series. Use that spark on that close block punt and a little bit of excitement and give them a little confidence and edge and see what it can do for you. Mistake-free. I don't believe they had a penalty all the way down the field.
So Burris will tee this one up at the 40. Caden Page, and I believe it's Noah Bishop back deep, and this one will be a high end over and kick. It'll taken by Page at the 5. He'll come left side. He's got a seam, and they've got to close it quick. He's got speed across the 30, 35, 40. He's going to cut it across midfield, and he'll go down in Defiance territory at about the 47-yard line. And, wow, that was a dangerous return. And I believe the special teams coordinator.
Kicker saved that play, Josh.
Jamison Burris coming across and making the stop for Defiance. But, well, I'll tell you what.
That's a lot of yards to give up. A lot of yards to give up on the kickoff, though.
Yeah, that goes 59 yards on the kickoff return, and Coach Colin Trudell, who's the special teams coordinator for Defiance, not going to like that one. First down run for Mullen, and he's got space to go. Nifty move at the 35. He's got one man to beat at the 20. He'll be ripped down on that near sideline. That was Anton Hegler coming over from his DB spot across the field to save a touchdown there for Defiance.
25-yard pickup there. Nice little play for Mullins.
Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. They'll have to run one more play here in this third quarter. Play clock is at 26 and the game clock at 27. About a 2-second difference here. So play comes in from the sideline. It should be, barring a penalty or anything crazy here, the final play of the third quarter. Mullen to the left of Moyer in shotgun formation. Two receivers to the left. It'll be Mullen off left tackle. He'll dive forward inside the 20, inside our Stay Ball Jewelers red zone, and that is where our third quarter will come to an end. Wapakoneta 21, Defiance 7. We're back with our fourth quarter after this on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Well, a impressive third quarter there for Defiance. As we take a look at our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker, let's take a look at that third quarter for Defiance, and that's where we're going to focus on our stats here. And it was, you mentioned it, Kelton Gibbs, 8 carries and 74 yards in that third quarter. Much of that on that second drive that's led to the touchdown. Now at 101 yards on the night, but well, that's a huge pick up there for Defiance, and Colt Ward a couple of completions in that quarter. But again, Defiance able to get on the board as we take our Arthur Law Firm stat tracker here in this third quarter. big numbers there for Kelton Gibbs of Defiance. We open up the fourth quarter, second down and 6 for Wapakoneta at their Defiance 17-yard line. Moyer's going to throw it on the left side, slant inside, and he's going to be down at the 1-yard line. He was looking complete to Ryan Richardson. That was just a quick slant. Defender was maybe a little bit of too much space there, but that's going to be completed all the way down to the 1-yard line. Again, in our Stanball Jewelers red zone here, and they'll be 1 yard away from getting those 7 points right back.
Yeah, that was a quick hit. We were caught off guard a little bit there. Defiance was caught off a little bit there, and nice pickup on first down.
So it'll be first down and goal now for Wapakoneta with a 2-score lead, looking to make it a 3-score lead here. It'll be 2 backs in the backfield. And Moyer, he fumbles the football. It'll be picked up, and that'll be run in. And that is going to be Andre Longsworth. Andre Longsworth will pick that one up on the fumble by Moyer. He'll go into the end zone. And the Redskins tack on 6. So Moyer tried to sneak that one up the middle. The ball comes out, and Andre Longsworth was in the backfield, and he will pick up the football and scamper in for the 1-yard touchdown run. And a West Banco touchdown. Now they're, I believe, Coach Greiwe and Coach Rittenour asking for some clarification.
I don't think we ever got a signal on the field, Josh. They placed the ball for the extra point.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett, and the entire DCTV crew out here tonight. 28-7 Redskins, 11-12 to go here in this ball game. And, well, you can see why Wapakoneta has been a dominant team here in – you can see why they have been a dominant team in the Western Buckeye League for the last several years. And this is – a group of kids that they lost some last year, but boy, they've got a lot of kids that are in that senior class that have been playing for 3 or 4 years, and you can see that senior leadership, and there are some talented kids in that group. Jordan Wright with it out across the 25, and how about this? I believe that's Longsworth. Yep, Andre Longsworth, who just scored the touchdown, will make the stop on Jordan Wright out at the 27-yard line, and well, I don't know how many career touchdowns Andre Longsworth has, but he's got to be pretty pumped up on that kick return and got down there and put it down on Jordan Wright.
Not only is he a happy camper, but Mama's really happy in the crowd, Josh.
I am absolutely certain.
The baby got in the end zone.
28-7 Wapakoneta, 11:06 to go in our fourth quarter as Defiance will take over on offense. Once again, ball spotted at the 28-yard line. Single back in the backfield, and it'll be the second man through. This will just be Gibbs, I think, falling forward. For a gain of about, I'll give him 5 on that. And that was, Chase Camaso for Defiance on that run. And a nice job up front. Second down and 6. Stay on time here if you're Defiance. You don't want to get behind the chains. And it'll be Gibbs. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He'll be dropped all the way back behind the original line of scrimmage. And how about that? Jarrett Mullen. We've called his name a number of times on offense, and there he is in the backfield at that linebacker spot. And Gibbs is going to lose 5 yards back to the 13. or back to the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 11 as the scoreboard's off a little bit here. All shades of confused. It's got me back here. So a lot of movement up front. 3rd down and 11 at the 27-yard line for the Bulldogs. Back to pass is Ward. Protection holds. Pass to the near sideline. This is up for grabs. And did he stay in line? No, he skated out of bounds. Jarrett Mullen, yep, he's going to get the flag for that one. Keep running your mouth, young man, and you can sit on the sidelines. Clearly out of bounds. That pass up in the air for a long time. Jarrett Mullen is going to get a 15-yard penalty tacked on here for chirping at the official. That's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that's going to go against Jarrett Mullen of Wapakoneta. And Jeff, you could see him right there on the sidelines, not happy that the official said he was out of bounds, and that's going to get you a penalty marker at any level.
He was definitely excited, to say the least, but not the time. You had him stopped at 4th and long, way down in the backside of the field, and you give him a free first down. Coach Moyer can't not be happy about that.
So to be 1st down and 10, new life for Defiance out at the 42-yard line, as the Bulldogs will look to the sideline for the play. Wapakoneta showing blitz, and pressure will get to Gibbs all the way in the backfield, but he's going to be able to sneak through and push forward for a gain of about you're going to see back to the original line of scrimmage and no more. So no gain on the play, but that was all it could take for Kelton Gibbs to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Great penetration once again from this Wapakoneta front line.
Yeah, they were pushing hard. You see a lot of defensive linemen. They're excited about the last penalty, and they showed up on that play.
Pounded it inside. Now Ward. Quick hitter to Will Horvath on this near sideline. It'll be complete, but closed on quickly on this near sideline, and a nice defensive job there by Noah Bishop of Wapakoneta, limiting that to a 2-yard gain. And it'll be 3rd down and 8. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. And this is a 3rd down that is a must convert for Defiance. Single back to the left of Colt Ward in the backfield. Ward back to pass. He's going to go for it all down that left sideline, looking for Jordan Wright, and he spins around. All kinds of contact over there, and it will fall incomplete. Noah Bishop, the senior defensive back, covering Jordan Wright down that far sideline. And again, that ball just hanging a little bit too long. And these are the times when you can see the youth of Colt Ward. If he had thrown that football a second or two sooner, anticipate the move by Jordan Wright, and it doesn't give time for Noah Bishop to come back and make a play defensively.
You definitely got to throw it out in front of him, Josh. You got to get rid of the ball quicker, not as much height on the ball. Can help you get the distance down the field. But, yeah, he's
a young man learning, and he's getting better every week. So a big 4th down here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 8 as Camaso will come out of the backfield. They're just looking for something here, and Ward's going to force this one down the field, and it'll be broken up. That is Guy Koreser, a sophomore for Wapakoneta, breaks that one up, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And for Defiance, a tough one here as Wapakoneta will take over in Defiance territory at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Redskins with 8:09 to go here in the ball game.
Yeah, Coach Ritt had no other choice but to go for it there if you're going to have any chance of getting back into this game.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Wapakoneta as they have to hurry with this one. The play clock's at 3. They'll get it off. It'll be Longsworth in the backfield. He's stutter step across the 40. Give him a gain of about 5 down to the 39-yard line. And we'll get a little change of pace in the backfield here as Andre Longsworth, who scored that touchdown for Wapakoneta a little bit ago. Longsworth is a 5'11 senior getting some time in the backfield for Wapakoneta. And that could be potentially a response to the Jarrett Mullen penalty a little bit ago. He's not been back out on the field since that unsportsmanlike penalty. Longsworth will go left tackle, and he's going to be down near the first down marker. He's going to be about 2 yards shy at the 36-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 as Andre Longsworth
looks like they may be changing up a little bit, Josh. I see Caden's on the sideline as well. Mullins is on the sideline, so they may be bringing in some fresh legs.
So it'll be 3rd down and a long one. We'll say 2 at the 36. And it'll be Longsworth left tackle inside the 30 down near the 25-yard line. And, yeah, I think, Mullen did not finish that defensive series after the penalty last drive for Defiance and has not come back onto the field on offense here. So he's spending some time over there thinking about that penalty. But nonetheless, Andre Longsworth showing what he's got here as he's got this Wapakoneta team down at the 25-yard line and a 1st down as the clock spins near the 6-minute mark here in our 4th quarter. Moyer in the backfield with Longsworth to his left. And they'll hand it off. He'll run towards the right. He'll be hit in the backfield and dropped. He's going to lose 2 back to the 27-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 12 back at the 27. And nice job of penetrating the line there for the Defiance front 4.
Yeah, Defiance needs to stay strong here, Josh. Obviously, the game's out of reach right at this point, but, it's all hard at this point. But the defense is standing strong.
Wapakoneta is in no hurry at this point to get to the line. In fact, not breaking the huddle until close to 10 seconds on the play clock. 2nd down and 12 at the 27-yard line. It'll be Longsworth with it, right side. He's got some speed across the 20s, down near the 1st down marker. He's going to be about a yard or 2 shy, but give him a solid run of 10. And Andre Longsworth, well, I tell you what, he runs a different than what Jarrett Mullen was running, but he is a quick and shifty guy when he gets the football.
He's definitely got some wheels on him, and fresh legs coming in late in the game. You can tell he's got some energy.
Looks like you or I heading to the buffet.
Hey. Do we have a late night buffet in Defiance?
We need one. Under 5 to go in the ball game. Wapakoneta 28, Defiance 7. In the backfield, it'll be a handoff. He's going to go inside the 15, and he'll be down near the 8-yard line, 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 10 once again. And he's not super patient, but I'll tell you what, when he hits the hole, he hits it good and he hits it hard. And they down Redskin inside the 7. I think this might be Longsworth. And we're going to take a timeout here with 4:34 to go in the ball game as the training staff comes out to look at what I believe is Andre Longsworth on the field there. 4:34 to go, 28-7 Wapakoneta. We're back with more after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium as Andre Longsworth able to walk off the field on his own power, so that is absolutely great to see from that young man. And I'll tell you what, he was running with authority. We're down here inside the Stanball Jewelers red zone. He's got this team at 1st and goal from the 7-yard line in a hurry.
He's got 43 yards in this quarter, Josh. The young man's brought in a different different level of energy here.
So we'll see what Wapakoneta elects to do here.
Glad to see him be able to walk off the field, though.
I believe it's Bolden Brandehoff, a freshman, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and he gets smoked in the backfield. Wow. No, it's 23. Sorry, Braden Wireman. And Chase Comiso absolutely laid the wood, top to bottom, in and out. And, man, that was a hit all the way back at the 11-yard line.
It's a wonder that Comiso didn't take that handoff and run it all the way back, Josh. He was in there now.
So the new back is Braden Wireman. He's a 6-foot, 140-pound sophomore, and he just got introduced to Chase Comiso on his first carry of the ball game. Second down and goal now back at the 11-yard line, and it'll be a handoff. Well, we're going to see we got another false start penalty against Wapakoneta, and what was first and goal at the 7 now going to be second and goal back at the 16-yard line. And just like that, they're all the way back into, they're in danger of being out of the red zone here.
Yeah, Coach Moyer, he's got to be upset with the mistakes here. I know it's late in the game. You got some young guys in there, but it's a teaching moment as well.
So second down and goal now from the 16-yard line for the Redskins.
But again, Josh, this tests the heart of the Defiance defense. Don't give up. Your fourth quarter, 3 minutes left in the game. It's all hard at this point.
Clock spinning under 3.5 to go in the ball game. Wapakoneta again taking their time. They're waiting till about 12 seconds on that play clock before they even break the huddle. And they'll come to the line here on second and goal from the 16. It'll be Wireman with it on the right side, and he'll be met that time by Kelton Gibbs. And Braden Wireman, tough going here. He's coming in for.
He's coming in. Looks like they've got some young alignment up there going against Defiance's first string defense, and he's having a tough go at it here.
So it'll be third down and goal now at the 16-yard line. 2.5 to go here in the ball game. As the Redskins just trying to milk this clock down, they'll snap it with 4 on the play clock. Comiso in the backfield will wrap up Wireman. He'll lose a yard back to the 17. And it will be a fourth down now and goal from the 18-yard line for Wapakoneta. Now their kicker has made 1 field goal on the season. He's 1 for 1, and that field goal was from 28 yards. So where they're at now, it would be a 35-yard, 36-yard field goal from that spot. So do you try it here up 28-7?
I think so. Call a timeout there and let the clock run down as far as it can.
Minute 45 to go here in the ball game. Redskins will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We're back with the finish after this on DCTV Sports.
Stanball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stanball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
Welcome back to Fred J. Brown Stadium. Josh Bush, Jeff Tackett, as we are closing this one out here. It'll be a WBL loss for Defiance, and for Wapakoneta, they just continue to roll. But we'll see what Coach Moyer elects to do here. Like I said, Drew Nykamp, their kicker, 1 for 1 on the season. 28 was that field goal. He's 7 for 7. So 11 for 11 And they're going to put this one down here. They're going to try the field goal. This will be on the right hash mark. They're going to set it down at the 25-yard line. So this would be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Drew Niekamp. Can he boot it through from? He's had a pretty good leg all night. The kick is on the way. It's got the distance. Is it going to be good? It is, and he drills it. And I bet that was good from about 40. A 35-yard field goal for Drew Niekamp. And the Wapakoneta Redskins will tack on 3 more, and it'll make it 31-7. Redskins with a minute 39 to go here in the ball game.
You know, it's nice for them to give the young man give the young man a shot there. It's 25 yards out. 35-yard field goal in high school is a pretty big deal.
Absolutely.
Nice job of their kicker right there.
So Drew Niekamp now 2 for 2 on the season in field goals and a perfect 11 for 11 in extra points.
There you go. Sign him up for the All-Star.
And he's only a junior. He'll be back next year.
He'll be back.
Can he make a 45-yarder next year? We'll see. All right, minute 39 to go here for the finish of this. 31-7 Wapakoneta as Niekamp will tee this one up at the 40-yard line to let it fly.
Looks like we got Kamaso and we got TJ Burris back to receive.
And here we go. Ensuing kickoff is a low line drive kick. It'll be taken by Kamaso at the 20-yard line. He'll cut it to the left side, and he's going to go out across the 25 to the 30. And the Defiance offense onto the field here. A minute 33 to go in the ball game as we just start to kind of wind this one down a little bit here. And it looks like Defiance will have a fresh quarterback, and that should be Evan Davis, the junior, 5'11 junior Evan Davis will take the snaps here for Defiance. And he'll have a single back in the backfield to his left. And it will be Davis with it left side. He's going to go across the 35 out to the 38-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 7. As the clock spins near the 1-minute mark here in the ball game. 31-7. Bulldogs trailing Wapakoneta. Snap is over the head of Evan Davis. He's just going to run for his life near that left side, and he will go, I believe, out of bounds. And that'll potentially, they're going to keep the clock spinning.
Looks like they got back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was about disastrous there for so they are going to stop. I was going to say, I thought Davis was out of bounds, so they may be looking to put a little time back on the clock here, or maybe coach.
Yeah, they're adding some time back on the clock here, Josh.
So I thought Evan Davis went out of bounds over there on that far sideline. So clock will stop with 43 seconds to go here in the ball game. 3rd down and 2 for Defiance as the play will come in from the sideline.
Give the young players some time on the field.
Davis in shotgun formation, and he'll just tuck it under and go. He's going to have enough for a first down out across the 45. A nice solid gain there, give him 8 yards to the 46-yard line, and they'll reset the chains here, and the clock will spin. They don't have to run another play. We'll see if everybody's
content
with letting this one run down.
Handshake on the sidelines. I believe they're going to just let the clock run out.
Final score tonight here from Fred J. Brown Stadium. Wapakoneta 31, Defiance 7. Our postgame show is next. Stick around.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Final score tonight from Fred J. Brown Stadium, Wapakoneta 31, Defiance 7. As we are getting started with our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. Keep your eyes healthy for a long life of clear vision. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Let's recap the scoring here tonight. It all started just 55 seconds into the ball game as Caden Page was on the receiving end of a 57-yard touchdown pass from senior quarterback Caleb Moyer. The point after was good, 7-0 Wapakoneta. In the second quarter, it was Moyer with a 2-yard run. Point after was good, 14-0. And then Page, another long strike. I shouldn't say a long strike, a long run after a short pass from senior to senior, Caleb Moyer to Caden Page. 68 yards and a point after was good, 21-0 was our halftime score. Defiance would get on the board in the third quarter. A nice long drive by the Bulldogs, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Chase Comiso. Point after was good, 21-7. And then 2 scores in the fourth quarter from Wapakoneta. Longsworth was able to pick one up. Andre Longsworth picked up the fumble by Caleb Moyer. He ran it in from 1 yard out. Point after was good, 28-7. And we capped it off tonight. Drew Nykamp, the junior kicker for Wapakoneta, a 35-yard field goal gives us our final score, 31-7. A timeout on our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. More to come after this on DCTV Sports. Welcome back to our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show as the Wapakoneta Redskins will move on here and look for their Western Buckeye League streak to continue as we take a look at our stat tracker tonight, courtesy of Arthur Law Firm. If a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured list, call the personal injury attorneys at Arthur Law Firm. Serving Northwest Ohio for more than 50 years. Get the compensation you deserve and back in the game with your winning team at Arthur Law Firm. Jeff, let's take a look at some of those final numbers here tonight on the stat side.
Josh, if you look at the scoreboard, you can see it was a one-sided game on the scoreboard. But Actually, Defiance held their own on the rushing side of it. But if you look at Wapakoneta, they had a strong showing tonight. They're an exciting team to watch, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do down the road. But they finished tonight. It looked like Caleb had 219 yards in passing and receiving, but as you said, over 100 yards of those were yak yards after the catch. Paige did a nice job with those yardage in finishing the play and taking it to the house. But they had 219 yards passing, 109 yards receiving. Most of those rushing yards by Mullins. Mullins, it looks like he had 68 yards on the ground tonight. Longsworth actually had a really nice showing there in the fourth quarter. He picked up 43 yards there pretty fast for Wapakoneta, and just a nice showing for them. If you look on the defensive or the Defiance side of things, they look like they finished the game with 66 yards passing and 132 yards rushing, heavily on Gibbs in the backfield. He had a really nice game tonight. He was over 100 yards at one point. That last play was a -6 yards, brought him back underneath 100, but he had 95 yards for the day. Strong third quarter. His third quarter numbers were 68 yards rushing in the third quarter alone. Camoso had a nice showing. He had 32 yards. Most of Defiance offense was dominated by the rush, and they did a nice job. They are the number one team in the WBL in rushing, and they showed a lot of effort tonight. Just didn't have enough to close the game, and mistakes. Both of the first, or all three of the first series, ended up with just massive mistakes that brought them back off of the scoring opportunity, where they were down in the red zone several times, and mistakes brought them way back in the field and just couldn't do anything about it. Closing the end of the halftime down on the 4-yard line, rushing the ball with 10 seconds in the game, wasn't able to get all across the end zone, so ran the clock out there. Opportunities missed, several opportunities missed tonight. But it's a young coaching team, a young team. They've got a long season ahead, and a lot of things to teach and learn from tonight.
Our stats tonight, courtesy of Arthur Law Firm. Again, if a serious injury from a car crash puts you on the injured list, call the personal injury attorneys at Arthur Law Firm. 31-7, our final score here tonight. Wapakoneta winner. More to come as we finish up with our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show next here on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to Defiance High School as we are wrapping up another Friday at the Fred. Wapakoneta winner here tonight, 31-7 for the Redskins. They will move on. There are now 3-0 on the season, 2-0 in the Western Buckeye League next Friday night on the road at Ottawa Glandorf. They'll be looking for their 20th consecutive Western Buckeye League win at OG next Friday night. For the Bulldogs, they're going to look to regroup. 2-0 on the start of the season, now 2-1, 1-1 in the Western Buckeye League. But let's be realistic here. Jeff, your first loss of the season is to arguably the favorite in the Western Buckeye League.
Absolutely. I mean, Wapakoneta showed a lot of offense, a lot of skill tonight. 4-year starter on the quarterback, Paige, D1 recruit. You can tell that they've had a lot of time together, and they were very impressive. They're an exciting team to watch, and I'm happy for those guys. They really have set a precedent here in the last few years. They've dominated the WBL. Looks like they're on a strong course this coming year, barring any injuries. But they're an exciting team to watch. You look over to Defiance. Yeah, we've suffered a hard one, or Defiance suffered a hard one tonight. But Coach Ritt will get these guys back in the field.
Well, too, when you had the senior class that you had last year, you open up 2-0 with a lot of new faces and a lot of new spots, and and we've not to beat a dead horse here, but you've got Brez Ziffel, Brogan, you've got guys like Joey Robinson. I mean, there was a boatload of really extremely talented kids that graduated last year. you're 2-1 on the season with your first loss being to Wapakoneta. I mean, not to say you expect to lose to Wapakoneta, because 2 years ago you didn't lose to Wapakoneta, but if you're gonna pick one that I mean, like I said, this is their 19th consecutive WBL win, dating back to 2 years ago in this stadium. Don't hang your hat on this one. Regroup, move on. Next Friday night, they're at St. Mary's.
It's going to be hard to swallow, and it should be. Losing is not fun. We don't play the sport to lose. We play the sport to win. But going up against an opponent like Wapakoneta tonight, they had a nice showing, and like we said, Josh, when they had the ball down in the red zone 3 times, and come away with 0. On heavily mistakes that they can learn from. So they got a young team. Not only did they lose a lot of talent last year, they lost a lot of leadership, and you can see that on the field. That's where the key problems are.
Well, that's going to do it for our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show here tonight. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Keep your eyes healthy for a long life of clear vision. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. I want to say a big thank you to Athletic Director Jerry Beauty and his entire team here. They are kind as always and the most hospitable in Northwest Ohio, as I like to say. Big thanks to our DCTV sports crew. Doing a lot of work tonight. And
you swallowed that bug there. I mean,
it is. Somebody's got to get the case downstairs. I brought it up. So, but make sure you join us next Friday night. We're headed to Ayersville. The Pilots will welcome in Fairview. We'll be on the air with our pregame show a little before 7 o'clock next Friday night. For everybody here at Defiance, we say good night. Bulldogs fall to Wapakoneta tonight by a final score of 31-7. You've been watching a sports presentation of DCTV.